We're gonna enjoy this experience together, no matter how scary it might be. I think that last choice was important, so I'm gonna save it. Ask Lynn, that's enough questions. Mulaney. So we can do all of them. Bust down. Okay? Like, are you seeing this? Hello, my loves. I'm Degenerate, and welcome back to Obscura. Today we're doing Francesco's chapter 2 because it came out. Guess what day that was? Valentine's Day, the 14th. So yeah, this video's not gonna be out until Monday. But you guys are gonna get something super cool on Wednesday, so be excited. So yeah, recap for Francesco. He is basically this little thrill seeker because he's coming from the surface. Where is it? He has a little picture. He has one picture from his first chapter that I totally have. So, bam! We were high on that gas last time. It was super good. He wore a really sexy shirt and everything. It was just great. Ooh, what's all this? Oh, these are like pictures that I'm missing. Whatever, we've got new endings now to get. I'm only gonna get the best one, I'm pretty sure. Like I'm a G. So you're only gonna see the best ending since I know these routes be really long. But we have 5 new endings and 2 new achievements. Bam bam. We all know that Francesco and Oleander were kind of like connected in a way, because in order to get one or the other, you'd have to go to the same place. Super cool. But I already have my save because I'm continuing from the best ending I got from chapter 1. So if we do everything good here, best believe we're gonna get something freaky deaky. I can't wait. I'm actually really excited. So yeah, just then you all know I'm continuing from the best ending. So I should get any special scenes or whatever if I do really good today or just now. So let's begin. This is after the party and agreeing to, you know, all the stuff from the last one. Just if you need a refresher, you can always watch the last one. You're welcome. An uneventful stroll through the marketplace leads me right back to the Leaping Bear. At this point, it's not like I'm expecting to find anything out among the stalls. I'd call it a force of habit instead. As long as I can't trust Francesco's generosity, this is all I have to go on. Can't trust? What? I'm getting restless. The idea of relying on someone else to survive is a bitter pill to swallow, and I take every opportunity to find an alternative. But there's not much I can do right now. I take a moment to stretch out and toss my mask aside, decidedly uncomfortable. Ooh, maybe we get like a face reveal. I noticed in each chapter 2 that if you do everything right, they do something that involves their mask. With Cyrus, he like, you know? Then Kier, they had a little sweet moment. He at the end of the day, he took off the mask. And then Oleander's was forcibly removed, so we didn't even, there was no, so maybe this one, like, wishful thinking. The thought of him is, despite everything, oddly reassuring. A part of me almost wants to feel optimistic, but I couldn't ever expect someone to part with such a huge sum of money, even if he is a bit loose with his wallet. He is naive, we know that. I have to stay on the lookout for other opportunities. My thoughts are interrupted by a polite knock on the door. Stranger. Oh, my name is like, okay. I might want to change that. full government name, like. Oh my gosh. How do I change that? Yacht. I have to do the whole first day again, or the first chapter again. I'm just gonna replace it with my name or nothing, because that's what I usually do, is just say nothing. There's a letter for you. Thank you, stranger. Huh? Because I played this like years ago, when I used to put my full name. A quick peek through the peephole tells me that it's Bruna herself. Begrudgingly, I slide my mask back on my face. The envelope she hands me is adorned with nothing but my name, carefully handwritten in a coppery-colored ink. Typical of the marketplace. Who's it from? Some frazzled fellow. He ran out before I could ask him his name. He seemed a little suspicious. Wanted to dispose of the letter. Nah. This is exactly who I was expecting it to be from. I retreat to the privacy of my room after thanking Bruna, then tear the envelope right open to reveal its contents. Glitter. It's written on hand-laid paper. Hand-laid paper? Homemade paper? The coarse texture feels pleasant under my fingertips. There are flower petals dotted throughout the page, blending into the paper's grain. And for a second I feel like this is so very him. Like, what the f— I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm really excited to meet you again. I hope you don't mind a slight change in plans. I figure silver dust is a tough thing to start with. After all, I've made an appointment for a very special session at a great establishment I found here. They do body suspension. Huh? Do you know about it? It's meant to be a surreal experience. Please come meet me at the bridge tonight, as promised. Big hugs. Philip! That was the name we gave him? Yes, you must burn this letter after reading it. We cannot leave any evidence behind. I've always wanted to say that. Feels like we're in a detective novel. I can't. I feel strangely motivated by his suggestion, and find that I very much enjoy his whimsical approach to life. The warmth in my heart reminds me of how much his attitude has helped me stay positive throughout this entire ordeal. But then there's the issue of the new plans. Body suspension. It sounds self-explanatory, but I still am curious. I know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I don't think this matters. Bam! Although the name is somewhat descriptive, the context eludes me. Who's getting suspended? How? And why? Knowing Francesco, there's some form of risk involved. There's no way around it. I need to meet him very soon. Unfortunately, my biological clock has gone haywire ever since the Mosaic Club incident. And I have no idea what time of the day it even is right now. I'm desperate to find some forms of structure again, even if just for the sake of my own sanity. I'll have to find a time-selling merchant. Time-selling? Although this small break did me good, I feel sluggish. I'm almost hesitant to leave. Come on. Come on. I have to drag myself through my door and down the stairs. Feet sore from my previous walk through the marketplace. I wonder if his outfit would be different. Like he has a new outfit for every outing? That'd be cute. Right, really, right? The central fireplace in the back of the inn makes the perfect candidate to incinerate the letter. So, I watched in fascination as it turns to ash. But he decorated so nicely. It's a shame. Flower petals? Okay. Takes a lot of willpower not to go back up to collapse in bed. But I do make it. Time sellers pop up in heavily populated areas, eager to prey on disoriented visitors. And it's not hard to catch their eye. In a society where time is heavily withheld, those with access to it makes a significant profit. When I reach one of the many crossroads, A hooded figure in a mossy green cloak stands out to me. The trim of their cloak shimmers with a subtle golden glow, and a small chain peeks out, leading into a small pocket. This must be one of them. Excuse me. Ooh, a hat too? You are excused. Hello, stranger. You must have noticed my uniform. I imagine you were searching for me, in fact. What joy that fate has finally brought us together. I just need to know the time. Time, of course. We're all slaves to the hands of the master clock. We offer several package deals, my dear stranger. The one-time peak for a low, low price of 5 gent. The punch cards for 5, 10, or 20 peaks each. Or the subscription, of course. This one's my favorite. Unlimited peaks for only 10 rum a month. Expensive. To tell time, I rummaged through my coin pouch, groping around for a handful of coins. Of course, if you're interested in... Stop. Here's your pay. Just 1 peak is fine. Very well, 1 peak of the clock. The seller pockets the change and picks up a blanket and a large bag at their feet. Then, covers the both of us with it. Gross. The sudden closeness makes me queasy. But it is mercifully fast. Right. They flip their pocket watch open to reveal glowing numbers. And then they shut the lid just a few seconds later. I take a deep breath when the blanket comes off and put as much space as socially acceptable between me and this seller. It is a little past 4:30 in the afternoon, leaving me with just enough time to rest before tonight. Now I hope you'll rely on our services in the near future. Since you are a new client, I must share some advice with you. It's just a formality, so please don't worry. You mustn't broadcast what you just saw, dear stranger. Otherwise, they will come after you, okay? Okay. What? Who? I suggest you don't let your curiosity get the better of you. But have a great day. That's extremely unique though. My goodness. You gotta pay someone to tell you the time. And the way they do it is with this secretive little stopwatch. It's funny as hell. I realize I'll no longer be able to get any word in with the seller. What a strange experience, for sure. This time I don't feel guilty about returning to the inn for a moment of rest. Whoa! I thought we were going to the inn. We must have skipped it. Francesco's bright smile greets me when I arrive at the bridge. I'm so glad you received my letter on time. I know, right? Me too. You recovered from the gas yet? Yes. Though I feel a little tired, but I'm sure I'll be all better in no time. I realize there's a stiffness in the air, a hint of tension lingering between us. Is he feeling shy? Maybe. Maybe. What about you? I pause. Barely feeling anything, because I'm not that susceptible to whatever they used. That's impressive. Very, I know. I'm just that good. Our conversation reaches a natural lull. I had a lot of fun. I bet you did. I can't help the urge to tease him despite everything. I'm sure you did. But thank you, Francesco. I did too. Tease him more. Yeah. Guys. But wow, all it takes is a little gas and you lose all sense, huh? Yeah. You're so easy to manipulate. God. Maybe just a little. Not for everyone though. So, you gotta work on that. I savor his reaction just a moment longer before I continue. So, you said you booked an appointment for body suspension, right? Yes. You should have seen the beautiful illustrations they displayed in their gallery. In fact, you'll see them right away when we go. I can't wait. Suspension's a bad idea. It'll be fun. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be, like, encouraging this. But then it's like, oh, should we? Because what if it is bad? I don't even know what it is. I don't have the right to say that. Really? You think so? I mean, I don't know what suspension is, but it can't be worse than literal silver dust. It's okay. You'll see when we get there. Yes, I will. I'm very excited. I think you'll enjoy the place a lot. And if you don't mind me saying, I think you could use the stress relief. I guess I'm stressed. Our reunion is cut short by the sound of footsteps and wood creaking under their weight. I only need to get a glimpse of who it is before my heart is in my throat. Run. What? They found us. We gotta go. Skedaddle! Just, bro. Oh, there's, wait. There's go twice, right? I saw go. I saw confront. What was after? No, I saw go 3 times. Take his hand. Confront. Take his hand and go. We run as though our very lives depend on it, and I realized with an icy shot of adrenaline to fuel my steps that it just might. Francesco is nimble, maybe even more so than I am. He's quick to duck into a nearby side street and drags me along, until we reach a different street and blend into the crowd, eventually forced to slow down. My mask obstructs my breathing, and I have to hold on to him to make sure we don't lose each other in the crowd while I recover. They must still be after us. Can you see them? No, I think we're alright. We both take deep breaths and keep moving slowly, following the flow of people into the main streets. Eventually, we make it to some of the larger stalls, and a thought hits me. We need a disguise, for you mostly. Perfect! New outfit! To confuse my bodyguards? Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't take long for Francesco's face to light up with joy. How exciting! Yes, I agree. Yes. Of course, we should get one. He takes a hold of my hand and pulls me towards a nearby place called the Silk Web. Ah! After hurrying through the entrance, my vision fills with fabric of every conceivable color. Hey! The teenager manning the shop barely has time to greet us before Francesco begins sifting through the extensive collection of clothes and accessories. Piles of unsorted garb inside large burlap sacks are scattered around the edges of the room. I'm instantly drawn to them and follow his example. I assume you don't need help. We're fine, thanks. I feel sorry for him, but if my gut feeling is correct, we do not have a lot of time to dilly-dally in one place. After a few minutes, Francesco and I turn to each other with armfuls of fabrics, jewelry, and new masks. Well? Did anything stand out to you? Yeah. The tricky part is figuring out what'll constitute a good disguise. Right. Did I say constitute? I was right, though. Too much will catch their attention, too little won't hide us effectively enough. I comb through a couple of his choices until I find something that stands out to me, strikingly simple and almost unnoticeable, amidst the cacophony of shimmer and patterns. The eye mask I pick is devoid of any pattern, color, or markings. Bruna tells me these are typically worn by those in organized crime. Is that good? It's a bold choice that will have him turning heads. Oh, it's for you, it's for him, not me. But may ironically keep the bodyguards from looking our way. You're a lackey now. All we need are some pocket chains so everyone thinks you're one of those time sellers. Ooh, a hat too? You're getting the works. Yes, maybe there's another stall that sells those. This would be even more effective if you shaved your head. No, let's not do that. My joke seems to fly over Francesco's head as his mouth widens into a panicked O shape. Is that so? I suppose that is a necessary sacrifice if I have no way of hiding my hair. Though I have to admit, I'm a little sad about this. Very well. Let's... By the lunar god's scars. I'm kidding. Oh. He fumbles. That is a relief, yes. We'd love to keep your hair. Let's pay up and get changed. Of course, allow me. He pulls out an eye-boggling amount of cash before I can protest. I don't need that much. Oh. How much will this cost? I mentally thank this poor, awkward teenager for not taking advantage of Francesco, despite the opportunity being right there, presented to him on a silver plate. Literally, right? Then we borrow the shoddy changing rooms in the corner, offering the bare minimum of privacy. The curtain is far too short and exposes most of his calves, while he slides his newly pressed slacks on. Ooh, tuxedo! When he appears from behind the curtain, I barely recognize him. He looks dashing. He looks goofy. He looks goofy. Let's be nice. Wow. Remind me to encourage you to wear suits. Like your aura went up a little bit. Oh, you like it? Of course. Yeah. Yes. I'm grateful for the fact that this mask also does nothing to hide the blush forming on his face. Well, that's good. Then I won't be the only one who's getting distracted. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's move on. We pay for our things and don't waste another minute in the silk web. The guards are still actively looking for us. Where does he go when I'm not around? Like, with this new disguise, I feel a renowned confidence building up with each step. I guess walking around in a slutty outfit wouldn't exactly be the best either, but I'm fine. It's fine. Supposed to be a disguise. Can't wear something. It's fine. I'm fine. I've managed to snap a pair of shoe inserts for myself, raising my height by a solid inch. Why? And some additional jewelry to sell the image of my new persona. Someone able to walk next to a criminal. It's not much, but I'm a different stranger now. Yes. I feel like he's already short, so it's like now we've got height on him now, bruh. We spend a bit of time walking aimlessly in companionable silence. I had to slow down for that one. Killing time before the appointment, fueled by the kind of paranoia only possible when you're actively being hunted down. I can't help but feel slightly out of place, and from the looks of it, Francesco is struggling a bit with it too. We don't hold ourselves like gangsters, nor speak like them. We're hardly fooling anyone. Maybe we shouldn't keep these on for too long. Hey, Philip? Let's say someone comes up to you now. How will you speak to them? Oh, let me think. He stops in his tracks, mulling over his options. Then he raises his head with an unexpected confidence. You dare approach me, fool! Dear gods, okay, stop. He smiles awkwardly. That bad? Yes, just don't speak. You'll be fine. That bad. Though, our prognosis, love the words, is a little grim. There's an unexpected humor in our exchange. I do not feel like laughing, but the atmosphere feels a little lighter. Eventually, it's time for our suspension appointment. Red? Come on now. Again? The venue is in our sights. The entrance is unassuming, tucked away in a side street with nothing but a small sign nailed to the facade to indicate what one might find inside. How did he even find this place? It's red. He saw red and was like, yeah! Red again, yes! He must have explored the underground thoroughly. By himself, mind you. As we move to step inside, my stomach twists slightly, and I stop in my tracks. I feel unprepared. Are you sure about this? Of course! Why wouldn't he be? Are you nervous? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, honestly. I'm met with a genuine, tender smile, and he takes my hand and to give it a short squeeze. I'll be right there with you. And you will be well taken care of, so please enjoy yourself, okay? Yeah. This better be good. I don't know what's gonna happen in here. Maybe it's, I don't even know what that's called. But they put the little, like, the needles all over you. What is that called? I swallow the rest of my doubts and make my way through the rickety door into a poorly lit entrance corridor lined with wooden chairs that have seen better days. Person, a young woman with a shaved head and heavily pierced ears, informs us that we're a little early. That's okay. Wait, we're sitting on chairs? So we're not laying down. So we lower ourselves into the chairs that creak with age and wait. Oh, well, we're not in the thing yet. As unsettling as the place is, it's surprisingly clean. They've hung up a collection of tattoo concepts, colorful pieces of graffiti, and detailed illustrations. Maybe that's what he was talking about. Inside a few glass cabinets, they've displayed hooks and piercings in all shapes and sizes. I realize then that I'm bouncing my leg impatiently. Nerves are getting to me. Oh no. When I turn towards Francesco, he's perfectly content. There is not a hint of fear etched into his features. Only a serenity that I find to be more and more misplaced. Hey, Philip? What's wrong? Nothing. I'm wondering how you managed to find this old place. Have you been wandering around for a long time? I've been here for about 2 weeks, yes. It's not a long time, but let's continue. I suppose it's not the longest anyone has stayed, but I've done a lot of walking around, and I've spoken to a lot of people. It's the best way to get to know a new place, right? Yes. It's certainly efficient. Have you seen anything fun? Have you seen anything strange? Have you seen anything grotesque? Let's ask about fun, since this is what he's all about. Something fun? Why, yes, of course. Me. I've seen a strip parlor of sorts. Yes, we should go there next. But it's nothing like what you're imagining. Forget it then. It's avian themed. I don't even know what that means. What? All the dancers wore feathers and beaks and flapped their arms. Huh. Some wore entire outfits inspired by a chicken at first. What? I couldn't quite understand it, but they must have been doing something right. Because they were receiving a lot of money. When I tried to leave, I got pecked by one of the attendants. So I had to stay for the whole show. Seems like they take their bird business very seriously. Yes. It was very funny in hindsight. I'll never forget it. I feel like... Oh, this has to be copyrighted. One thing about this is I always have to remove the music in these. It's really fun. A few minutes later, the pierced woman returns to let us in into the main room, where a man is cleaning a set of tools. Tools? Another is setting up one of the pullaways. Oh, pulleys. Pulleys? What are we doing? No! Oh my gosh. I have no idea what could possibly happen to me. Let's look at the background and get some context clues, right? We already heard tools and pulleys. It is a stark contrast to the entrance hall, obviously. The ceiling is tall and the suspension points scattered across even more so. The walls are coated in a pristine shade of white, leaving the place feeling sterile and just a little bit surreal. I bet she's super pretty. God damn, I wish I could see them. They're all shadows. They alleviate that feeling by hanging up detailed illustrations to match what we saw in the entrance hall, and covering the floor with cozy old rugs. A well-used set of couches and matching coffee tables, or table, just one, are placed in the corner, draped with old woolen blankets. Hey! It's where she leads us first, while she fetches a pair of gloves and a notebook. Francesco smiles brightly and mouths incredible to me. His excitement is infectious, and I feel the anticipation thrumming slowly under my skin, buzzing and clawing. This is insane. What we're doing is insane. Ooh, more people! When the owners come back and sit in the couch opposite ours, I finally get a closer look at their appearances. Just one. They're all wearing some variation of a doctor's white coat, matching with fetish wear. Harnesses, leather boots, and skin-tight bindings. The larger of the two men next to her sports a metallic collar with 2 locks. Interesting. Rigor. First time. Yes. I was told we could be suspended at the same time. Is that still on the table? Sure. Say nothing. Actually, we're gonna say nothing. We're gonna enjoy this experience together, no matter how scary it might be. I think that last choice was important, so I'm gonna save it. You know what position you want to hang in? I love it. When we both shake our heads, she hands us a crumpled up page with a variety of sketches. We'll need to examine your skin first. Okay. The first voice is dry and impossibly calm. Yeah, I need to make sure nothing rips or we'd be in trouble. I mean, yeah. The second is more mischievous. I get the feeling they've done this same routine many times before, which slightly takes the edge off my nerves. Francesco points to a sketch depicting someone hanging from the skin of their shoulders and roped around their feet. Out of the selection on the page, it looks like the least intrusive one. Go for the safe option. Go for the daring option. I mean, let's go for safe, because he picked safe. Thought for sure you'd go for this one. Oh wait, what? I point to the one where they hang upside down from the skin of their knees. And we both laugh quietly. If that goes wrong, then we can't run from my bodyguards. What? I can't believe my ears, oh my gosh. Common sense from Philip? Well, sometimes. He leans in to rest his head on my shoulder, and I wrap my arm around him almost instinctively. His hair smells warm and feels soft, and I'm instantly comforted. Very good. Our moment is interrupted when the pierced woman rises to her feet. I need to see your backs. We will see if this is doable. Len, the hooks. Guys, You gonna puncture? Is this puncturing my skin? Or is this like the hook goes like this? This is so weird. Wordlessly, Len leaves us to be examined by the two others. Hey, I realize I don't necessarily want to expose myself to any of these strangers, but the pierced woman waits expectantly with her arms crossed. So I turn away from her and shove my cloak aside, leaving the hood draped over my head. Gloved fingers pull the fabric of my undershirt down and ghost over my back before pulling and prodding at the skin, testing its elasticity. Okay, it's gonna puncture. She hums in approval shortly after and replaces the cloak for me. You're good to go. Please have a seat. Kill. Kill who? Adrenaline shoots through my system as I stumble back, horrified. Fucking what? Huh? No, not you. She seems flustered all of a sudden. Damn it. Kill. You need to change your name. This happens every time. This motherfucker? Freak? You could have chose a different name. Philip is nice. With a PH. Because you're so smart. The other man examining Francesco cackles, revealing jagged, pointy teeth. Oh, this is a different person. Are you kidding me? That's the point. This is the best part of my job. Don't take it away from me. Oh, and you're also good, buddy. Let's get you cleaned. Are we taking our clothes off? Francesco and I stare at each other for a moment. When the tension subsides, we collapse on the couch together. Last chance to run. Ooh, I squeezed his hand in mine. Not a chance. He stuttered though, but it's okay. The next part of the process goes fast. Alcohol-soaked cotton swabs across my shoulders. Measurements are taken, and Len comes back with the famous hooks. The sight of them makes me a little queasy. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. The woman whom I have since discovered is named Mulaney. Hopefully that's her name. Sugarcoats nothing, which I realize is a comfort in and of itself. But it'll feel nice too if you let it. Okay. Or your skin might go rip. Rip. Gods. You finished? So they are actually puncturing our skin. This is so weird. Yeah, you're no fun. But hey, we forgot to talk about the risk of scars. You're aware of them, right? I was expecting as much. Oh. He surprises me with everything he says. But Francisco smiles at me again. I'm happy to have them. I want to cherish and remember this precious memory. Stop flirting. You have to focus. I find myself smiling right back. Can't see it though, so he'll never know. Scars are the last thing I'm worried about. Well, how sweet. Then you'll be a happy camper. We are ready. Lennon. That's this guy. They lead us to the center of the room, where the pulleys and ropes face one another, and our riggers prepare us one at a time. This is so freaky. But skin's pretty cool. Did you know that there are layers? Kill pierces Francisco first, after instructing him to take a deep breath. He's so fluid in his movements that it takes a moment, for Francisco to react with a low hiss. And they like lift it? I think you'd have to be like skinny. Then it's my turn. So this is not something I would do. There is no anesthesia to numb the intrusion of the needles and hooks. It is sharp and fast, and then the pain settles in, slow and steady, burning. One after another, they pierce my skin with confidence and deadly precision. When blood wells up from the wounds and the thin rivulets slowly stream down, Mulaney carefully wipes my skin with more alcohol. That looks very good. Thank you, Mulaney. You're so pretty. Her voice has dropped to a whisper, almost in an attempt to comfort. Ahead of me, Francisco was wincing at the fourth hook. Philip? Yes? Still with us? I am here. I'm okay. Yeah, you are. Only lost half your blood supply. What? Kidding. Come on, big boy. Lennon will take care of you. Care of the bondage for you, sorry. Where are you going? Francesco gets shooed away while his piercer disposes of his needles and fetches a new pair of gloves. It doesn't take long to loosely secure the length of rope around Francesco's ankles, and then mine. We're facing each other in complete silence, waiting with bated breath for the moment the pulley begins tugging at our fresh piercings. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm glad. I'm glad we're doing this right now, Francesco. He's the only thing I can focus on in this eerie limbo. Tunnel visioning on his every movement. Sorry. Are you ready? I'm so ready. Mulaney observes me patiently, allowing me one final chance to bow out. He spent good money on this, so can't have that. Wasting money. But I have no intention of doing so, and nod. I am ready. It's the first time I see her smile. She gives Len the signal. Oh no, I'm rising. The ropes shift, and then pull into a taut line. And then the pulling continues. My body follows the movement naturally, reaching up to stand on my toes. Francesco does the same, and I realize we are both anxious about letting go, about letting such a small set of hooks to support our entire bodies. But he does let go. And suddenly he is floating. His gasp is tense. He reaches out for me with frantic hands, but Kill is there to stabilize and calm him down. I'm expecting another silly comment, but in this fragile moment he too is quiet. Seeing Fran finally relax into the suspension and lean his body forward to allow his feet to bear some of the weight gives me the confidence to ask Mulaney to continue. And then I'm flying. It hurts so much. That's the first thing I notice with gritted teeth. I got one of the CGs though, so I think we're all good. But this is freaky as hell. Those are some really thin lines, bruh. Like, look at it. This is freaky. Why do you want to come here? No way. I catch a glimpse of Francesco's smile. He is weightless. Yeah. And struggling to form one at all. What? Form a weight? Oh, a smile, sorry. But there's clearly some satisfaction at having overcome the worst of it. Before I do anything else, I turn my attention inwards. I'm so relieved I could cry. Oh my god! I don't actually feel much. I want to smile. Oh my gosh. I feel like a bad ending with him is like some drugged up shit or something. Reminds me of a certain somebody. This is perfect for him since, you know, I mean, look at that frame. As I navigate the pain and manage to settle into my position, I'm filled with a strange childlike glee. The fear leaves me almost completely. I feel I'm safe from all the dangers below. Mulaney must notice my enthusiasm, because she asks Len to hoist me up a little further. Do you want to be swung a little? What? No way! Yeah. With steady hands, she pushes me. I mean, if it's her, I don't care. By the forearms and almost imperceptible amount at first. I think I read that wrong. Let's just move on though. The next push is a little bit stronger, and the next more so. Ooh, this is some masochist shit, bruh. It's interesting for sure. I'm not gonna shit on it, but if this is something that like you could actually do, that'd be crazy. Is this real? Can you actually do this in real life?
Yeah.
You can actually do this. This is real. I'm looking at some crazy images right now. You can actually do it with like normal rope though. Like it doesn't have to be hooks, but it can be. Someone, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do not search this up if you're a faint of heart, bro. Do not. These people are hanging from this part of their lip. That is so crazy. What an interesting, like, mind you, all these pictures, I've not seen not one plus size person. That is, it's impossible. You have to be like Francesco. You have to be him in order to do this. Okay, so it turns out that this is not exclusive to people with smaller body types. You actually can do it as a plus size person. It's not exclusive. Apparently, skin is much more resilient than I thought. So that was just me being a little bit of an idiot. Did my research and I changed. This is past me, so that's why. But I did my research, so yeah. The ones with rope, that actually sounds pretty interesting. But the hooks is crazy. All right, let me stop. I'm getting distracted. I thought this was just, oh my god, we couldn't just do rope. This is crazy. It's fine. Let's continue. I got so distracted. I just wanted to know if it was real. It's real, though it isn't much. It's a mind warping sensation when she lets go of me and allows my body to swing freely through the air. This is like the last thing I would have thought about. Like that would partake in this specific chapter. I thought we were just gonna do coke or something. No, we're hanging from the ceiling by some hooks and rope. This is a good picture though. I might use this as a thumbnail. Francesco smiles at me. I'm glad you're happy. Waving from his position across me. We're just close enough for me to reach out and graze the tips of his fingers. That's so cute. Then his lips part and he peeks up, ever so slightly dazed. How can you tell? You can't even see his eyes. He clasps my hand and gives it a gentle squeeze. Are you okay? I'm gonna assume so. Yeah. Hey, are you? Hello? My freaky guy, my where's the thing? Yeah, sugar bomb. I'm not ready for that yet. Don't they? No, actually. Huh? I know my name, guys. What is happening? What the fuck? We're not as in control as we think we are? What? I'm in a lot of control right now. My heart is in my throat all of a sudden. Cold sweat soaks through my undershirt. Yes, an uncanny sensation crawls up to the back of my mouth, and I cannot speak up. Okay, I get it actually now. I get it now. Obviously when you're doing this, you clearly don't have control. That's what S&M dynamic does. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because this whole like suspension, obviously you can't fucking move when you're in this state. I feel like there's like hair on my face all the time. It's because my cat. It's supposed to give you the cathartic feeling, but it says it's meditation. Some people use it for meditation and therapeutic, you know, adrenaline inducing experience. But obviously you have no control in that state. You need a person with you. So I understand why we're having this little psychedelic trip. Uh-oh. When will we learn? When will we learn? When will we learn? Calm down. Though the voice is clear as day and bright as the sun, my mind is veiled by the suffocating a suffocating, inky darkness. There's nothing around me I can hold on to. What's the point? The voices claw at the seams of my skull, crackling. Just when it feels as though I'm about to give up, whatever that may mean, I hear his voice again. He's gripping my hand tightly as if to shake me from my thoughts. Imagine if I did this by myself. I'd also miss out on this picture. So, I knew it. That's why I saved it. Then he whispers, "I'm here." Oh, I bet I would have gotten a different position. Right? Because there are a lot of pictures. I'm right here. Sorry, I keep going to the thing. And I know he is. Uncomprehensibly so. And what? Stop pressing that. Uncompromisingly so. I love expanding my vocabulary, I do. He gives and gives and gives without ever asking me for anything in return. And even now, as we're flying from glorified meat hooks, I am his entire focus. Oh. Through spotty, flickering vision, I see Francesco in a new, gentler light. Warmth wells up inside me, and I don't want to let go. Thanks, oh my gosh. He says nothing in return. As per usual. We just said it. Eventually, we are let back down, and our open wounds are treated. Don't ask if that was fun. Like, did you guys have fun? I did because you touched me, Malini. Thank you. Our riggers do not pry or ask about my outburst. I assume they've seen far worse. Oh my god, imagine. How do you even... Do you have to, like, train your skin to do... We're guided back to the couches. Once we're patched up and left alone for a little while as they thoroughly sanitize their setup. Because that's very important. I read the slight bio. I feel uncharacteristically cuddly after what we just went through. I'm pleased to find he is too, and our limbs easily intertwine. His cheek rests atop my collarbone. Stop it. I want to kiss you. Give me the choice. It's a far cry from how we pleaded for my kiss back at the Mosaic Club. He did that? I don't remember that. Well, I actually do, sorry. But no less earnest. Oh? Yeah. Kiss him tenderly. Kiss him first. Oh no, tease him first. So we can do both. Don't kiss him. I wonder what we're gonna pick. I wonder. I do. It's Valentine's Day and we won't kiss him? Tease him first. Are you gonna ask me nicely? May I kiss you? You're supposed to be fancy, aren't you? You've gotta have some fancier manners in there. Francesco takes in a slow breath. Would you please bless and honor me with your kiss? See, I know you could be fancy if you tried. You know how long it took for Kier? Took the whole route, 3 hours for him to be like, I like you, you dummy, or some shit. I'm like, nigga, I liked you as soon as I saw you. And then they kissed. But now, only had to wait an hour. All we have to do is hang from the ceiling together. Yay! He does deserve a reward for that. Yes! And I deserve a prize for having the patience to tease him. Yes! Because I love pressing buttons. I nudge him off my shoulder. Cupping his jaw with my hand. He leans into my palm slightly, then stays still. He's waiting. Waiting? Gotta put in some initiative. More. When I twist my mask to get it out of the way, I lose my vision. Oh no. What does he see? No questions. I don't need to see. He leans in as I guide him closer, following my hand without hesitation. Our lips brush, feeling more ticklish than like a real kiss. I'm smiling as I speak. How about that? Would you give me another? He says, all up in my face, hot breath, and since you act so nicely, I press our mouths together again. Oh my god. This would be so amazing if Mulaney was like, mind if I join? And then they have hot makeout sex. And then the chapter ends. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. His mouth is so soft. I bet he's taken care of himself well to have such soft, smooth lips. Francesco lets me kiss him. Lets me. Following my lead. I was gonna do it regardless. Because I'm a G. And as we melt into a slow exchange of kisses. For a moment, I catch his bottom lip between my teeth. Just to show him that I could bite if I wanted. Freaky deaky, bruh. Judging from the soft sound he makes, we can all... I think we all know what sound that was. Maybe he wants me to. I feel my head fill with cotton soft warmth. My blood simmering softly. I thought it was gonna say shimmering. I mean, we wouldn't be able to tell. We're smashing faces, so. It's my own good sense that interrupts and gets me to stop. Stop. We should probably stop. Don't want to get carried away, even if those riggers have definitely seen worse. Worse? He is opening up the opportunity of voyeurism. Why won't you accept? Francesco settles back to lean on me as I put my mask back into place. Beautiful! Guys, did you like that? Tell me one or two of you were stroking it. Tell me now. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice Kill sauntering over to where we are, with Mulaney and Len close behind. Hey, Pipsqueaks. Push it out of your mind. You recovered yet? Yeah, we're recovered, all right. I actually don't even feel... Were you guys, you know? He says so with a knowing smile, like I was watching. Are you chubbed up? Yes, the blankets here are wonderful. I feel very at ease. Are you chubbed up? Imbued with the sweet... What? No, the sweat of all the poor saps who came before you. Glad you like them. This guy's, like, humor is crazy. Behave. Yes, Mulaney. Yes. This is probably the hottest NPC. Like, I want to get in there. Yeah. So you mind if we sit and hang a little? It'll be a while until our next client arrives. Hang a little? You're funny. Hang out with the riggers. Don't. Is this important? Probably. Let's see. Sure. If I can chill with Mulaney for even longer? Well, we've got a bit of time to spare. Yeah, you guys can watch us make out again, too. Yes, we do. Please sit with us. I thought they were gonna... Okay. No, they're actually gonna, like, sit down. I thought they were gonna hang. Like he said hang. I thought he was being funny. They cozy up on the couch facing us, with Len sitting sandwiched between the two others. That's a nice sandwich. Mulaney! Where are the two of you from? I'm from the surface. What about you? I'm from even lower. Hell. Huh? Oh yeah, I never did tell you, did I? Whoa. You two barely know each other, and you're already suspended together? Suspending together? That's a whole new level of hooking up. You're so funny. Mulaney and Kill, we should head to a back room and like hang out. Literally. I noticed Mulaney elbowing him to the point of him wincing. I know I'm not including Len, but it wouldn't be even. Next to me, Fran is blushing. We're not hooking up. Oh, really? That kind of upset me a little bit. A hearty laugh echoes in the hall. But you sure wish you were. Just get out of here. Now it's my turn to flush. Oh, really? No one can even tell. Hey! Don't tease him. That's my job. Certified. My bad, my bad. I'm sorry about him. He's embarrassing. You don't need to say much, so I don't really care. Whoa there. Just because we got gas doesn't mean you get to mouth off, big boy. They bicker easily, airily. There's clearly a lot of history between them. Oh, really? Demonstrate. Maybe we could ask them some questions too. Oh my god, Mulaney. Oh wait, what was the other thing? Sorry, I'll read all of them. I'll be thinking I'm playing by myself. Ask Mulaney. Ask Kill. Ask Lynn. That's enough questions. Mulaney. So we can do all of them. What should I ask her? Oh no, I can only do one. Ask about her interests. Ask about the marketplace. Ask about the job. Go back. Interests. I want to get to know you. My interests? I create custom jewelry in my spare time. It ties in nicely into what I do on a day-to-day basis. She's really good. You should let her make you something. Oh, I'll let her do anything. What kind of jewelry do you make? You're so... I ask the questions around here. He suddenly pipes up, interest thoroughly piqued. Rings and necklaces mostly. But I've started experimenting with full body jewelry too. Well, I'd love to commission you. He's got money. So, yeah, her smile is apologetic. I'm afraid I don't actually have time right now. But leave your contact information with us and I'll be in touch. Thank you. Yeah, you better wear whatever she makes. I can't ask more. Look at this. Oh, that's why these are so long. I'm curious about your experience down here. Got any wisdom for us newcomers? I wouldn't say wisdom, but I do have a little piece of advice. Oh? You don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Obviously. That's all. Sure. But even I could have told you that. I don't mean for it to come out as disappointed as it does. But the words are out before I can mold them into something more palatable. I'm certain you could have, but you've only heard that from the perspective of surface dwellers. I'm telling you this as someone who's seen a child get their throat slashed for stepping into the wrong place at the wrong time. That's crazy. Shit. Okay. We'll be careful. Damn. For the sake of our client's privacy, I can't divulge specific stories or names. But I love my job. What's the best part about it? Their expressions once they're finally up and flying. Why would anyone down here not have a mask on? They're never quite the same, you know? Everyone experiences suspension differently. But there's always some sense of relief. Huh. Our day-to-day lives are tough. To be able to provide an escape from that is my greatest pride and joy. I love you, Mulaney. Kill! I'm gonna ask everyone. I was gonna skip Len, but we'll ask everyone. What should I ask him? Alright. Ask about his teeth? We're gonna start at the top though. Since we could do literally everything. My hobbies, huh? Well, this and tattooing are a big one. How do I explain this? I like being able to help people through a variety of experiences. That's my thing. You're not gonna talk about smaller things like the puzzles? Oh! It's the first time we get to see him acting sheepish. A hand going up to scratch the back of his head. I just like a good puzzle after a long day. The 1,000 piece ones. Super difficulty, that's for sure. They're meditative as fuck. He won't let anyone near the dining table when he's invested in a puzzle. Oi! It's true, says Lynn. Marketplace. What do you want to know about the marketplace? You searching for something? Yeah, actually. I haven't even told Francesco yet. There's no way I can ask about lunar core. I'm just looking. A knowing grin pulls at the corner of his lip. Right, yeah, looking. Everyone who comes here loves to just window shop. You're no different from our other clients. I tell them all the same thing. Don't make promises you can't keep. One moment you found your prize and hey, you don't have the money. So you take a little loan. The next moment you're promising your kidney and liver because you didn't realize how high the interest rate on that loan was. Under my mask, I grimace. Yeah, I hear you. Loud and clear. Teeth! My teeth. Yeah, talking about the reason they're pointy? Yeah. Unless I'm ignorant. Those can't be natural. Nah, you'd be correct. There's many different kinds of body modifications you can get down here. And this is one of them. He's the type of guy that wants to blow up and act like you don't know nobody. Like, his grin is impossibly wide. But why? That can't be practical. Yes, what if you accidentally bite your tongue? The rigger opens his mouth and unabashedly sticks his tongue out for us to see the myriad of scars and grooves indented into it. It's not that bad. He must talk a lot. I'll happily pay the price of a little scar here and there if it means I can look good and give my lovers a great bite. Well, that's dedication. Bam! Alright, Len, what could you possibly have to offer? Oh yeah, you're the one with the collar. With 2 locks. I remember that, actually. Interests. Well, we start with the first one. I like collecting real antiques. It's an expensive hobby, but there are many beautiful pieces to be found everywhere in the marketplace. Oh. I suppressed the urge to ask how a simple tattoo artist could make enough money to collect anything so outrageously expensive. So you filled your house with statues? Pirate chests? Among others, yes. I like old coins and currency too. They are very interesting when you take the time to examine them up close. My family collects coins too. As a kid, I always wondered why they saved them instead of using them, but I think I understand now. Probably shouldn't do this. After that reaction there. Oh wait, what is this now in the marketplace? Right. What do you want to know? Nothing specific. Just curious about your experience here. I arrived here early in my new life. The marketplace is almost all I have ever known. The bonds that you forge here are stronger than any metal. You must cherish them with all you have. Or else... You do not need me to tell you that. It is cutthroat if you do not know what you're doing. This warning is expected, especially coming from a long-time resident. Bam! Len seems to blush. Oh, really? So serious for the other 2 questions. This is a gift from my masters. It's very important to me. Oh. That's why there are 2 locks on it? He nods quietly. Imagine? Yeah, me and my partner, we own a person. They're our little pets. We do things with them. They have a collar. It's super cute. Jingles. When they... You know? Next to me, Francesco is fidgeting. He's about to get one of those. Where do you get one, actually? I can't help the amused smile that makes its way to my face. Well, I hope for your sake that they won't lose the key. Not a chance. I bet, yeah. Gil brings attention to one of his own ear piercings. A small key dangles from the steel loop. What? That's only one key, though. Wait, does he also own someone else? That's actually super cool. Because I have the gauge, sort of like Kill, but not that wide yet. I'm pretty sure you can like hook a little keychain ring and then connect it to the key and then it... Mulaney, show me your bracelet. Sure enough, her wrist is adorned with a hand-woven, strappy leather bracelet with a similar key attached to it. It hit me! The realization hit me! Kill and Mulaney own this guy! They really care for him, oh my gosh. Fuck though, Mulaney's taken! Move on! Oh, we're done. What's everybody? Well, it's time for us to head back. Bye guys! It was so nice meeting you though. Mulaney. If you ever want another bracelet, I'm here. Like, come on. Thank you for everything today. The experience was interesting. We had a great time. Yeah, you had I had this much great. You had this much great. To the point where you wanted to get freaky right in front of these three, and they would have accepted it with open legs. Kill smiles wide. You know you're always welcome here, right? Come back anytime. Yes, we'd love to have you again. Say that again and just say I. Thanks. May you have a safe journey home. With a final wave, we leave the building. I literally was saying it too. Like the key. Put a. What's one of those things called? I don't know. The key ring thingy that you put with the key in a key. You put it on a key. Oh my god! You put it on a key and then you hook it in the gauge. I forgot I forgot I read Kill's name and not his. I'm such an idiot, but I figured it out. So now no one has to say in the comments, "You're an idiot!" When I reach up to stretch, my fresh puncture wounds protest under their bandages. But I feel strangely satisfied. Did you have fun? Of course he did. Yes, I really did. I'm glad I trusted them for the first time. Yeah, they took good care of us. I can see... Uh-oh. Pain shoots through me. No. No! Not again. Not like this. Imagine if this happened in there. Francesco instantly notices something is wrong and is by my side before I can blink. Pain explodes in my sinuses, behind my eyes, in my mind. The nausea follows, swirling acridly in my stomach. Oh my god, these words. Creeping up my throat. I buckle, and with another dizzy spell slamming my head, I collapse against the wall, breath shaky. Fuck. Give me a minute. Shock. You're shaking. I am. Another someone else. We're the same. Huh? We are not to be ignored. Shut up. Never. Sorry. I feel it crackle. No, I hear it. Smell it. See it. Then the world blurs. No. And then darkness. And we always seem to have a different mental break. with each route, like each person. Who is this my dark side type shit? Like, I don't know what this is. Every other one was just, what was the other one? Like, we were just like all dizzy and shit. Well, every single one of them is like dizziness. But this one is a little more shit. Please don't leave me. I just, don't leave me. Wake up, please. I'm up. I promise. I'm not, like, I'm the main character. I'm barely conscious, not quite coherent. Only a few seconds have passed. Francesco holds me and tries to stand me up with an arm around his shoulder. We have to go. Okay? I think I hurt them. Them? Oh, fuck. The babysitters. I'll walk you back to your inn. What's the name of the place you're staying at? Oh, perfect. I muster the strength to whisper it under my breath. The Leaping Bear? Okay. Urgency laces his voice. Let's hurry! Is there a way to avoid alerting these guards, even slightly? Don't waste time or take your time. We should take our time, because if we're rushing, they're gonna see that and be like, come here, little nigga. Like, I don't want that. So let's take our time. Yeah. With an uncomfortably dry voice, I advise Francesco to be as slow and stealthy as we can. He seems skeptical of my plan, verging on impatient. But he agrees. 1 foot before the others, step by step, we make our way through the narrow streets. I'm extremely dizzy and have to lean most of my weight onto him, but he is unbothered. The steady thrumming behind my closed eyes threatens to sweep my consciousness away again. But our steps are slow and steady and consistent, and it gives me something to focus on, something to hold on to. 1 foot before the other. We march. To battle! It feels like a fucking eternity. And we march. At some point, he gently strokes the top of my head. It hardly registers, but I feel cared for. I think we were able to lose them. I'm so smart. But I'm not sure. Leaping Bear comes into view. Relief makes my shoulders sag, and I almost stumble against Francesco. This is it, right? Yes. Are you able to go just a little further? Yes. I nod. Hey! He's a friend. A little more than that, but we'll talk about it later. It's a mess trying to convince Rufus to let Francesco in. But he does begrudgingly when he sees the state I'm in, and we explain for the umpteenth time that no, I'm not drunk. Francesco receives a temporary medallion, and then we're shooed upstairs. It feels like only a second passes between us, making our way into my room, my head hitting the pillow. Then I register my shoes being removed and a wet cloth being thrust my way. But it's too late. I'm so tired and so ill. And with that, I fall right asleep. Perfect. Glowworm light peeks through the bedroom curtains, spilling through the holes of my mask. I'm awake, but I do not want to move. Everything hurts. Oh no. When I do begrudgingly shift my body to turn on the side, I sense another weight beside me. He stayed with me. Yes. I'm sensing some favoritism. 3 CGs? 3? Like, are we seeing this? Preferences? No. Talking about, oh, you can't do it. You can't even go to it from here. Bruh. You can make the dialogue bigger? What does it look like? Oh! I didn't even see that before! Big words. I'm not 50 though. It's just, I need it. Bro. You can't even see the pictures from here. Either way, favoritism. I think they like Francesco more than everyone else. I understand why. Like, what? His chest rises and falls with each breath, completely unbothered by my movement. Guys, the big text. Oh my gosh. What an improvement. I always thought the text was so tiny. But look. Yeah. I love this. When did they add that? I'll take a moment to appreciate how natural it feels to have him here. Almost as though it weren't the first time we shared a bed. Every game should have this. I have to say it, I'm sorry. Big text. Ugh. I need to see. As the minutes trickle by, I study his face, the strands of hair that fall over his mask, the curve of his nose, the light stubble in his jaw. On his jaw, sorry. He stirs. No, shh. Go back to sleep. Good morning, sleepyhead. That's 2 pictures. I think that counts as 2 pictures. So that's 4. He grips the side of my shoulder in panic. Are you alright? You feel better? Of course. Do you need to find a doctor? Do we? Sorry. I think it's about time I tell him the truth. Dang. His gaze is fixed upon me. And though I cannot see his eyes, I know he is expecting an answer too. Francesco. Yes? I'm terminally ill, and I'm going to die in an unspecified amount of time. Saying it out loud makes a weight sink deep into my stomach. I'm looking for lunar ichor. That's the only thing that'll cure me, as far as I'm aware. I'm sorry, I know. But we can make the most out of this moment. Right now. By making out again. Too soon? His low gasp, sorry, tells me that he is also aware of its value. So what happened to you yesterday was, yeah, a symptom of my illness, yes. Fractum anima is its name. Infamous. For a moment, he is very still, processing what I've just dumped onto him. Then he takes a deep, shaky breath. His voice cracks. Oh no. He really likes our character. Like, it's crazy. Oh no. My heart twists. Ah! He's trying not to cry. Ah! Everyone else knew chapter 1. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? I'm so grateful that you told me so that I can see the error of my ways. What? All this time I've been dragging you on my adventures, when we should have been going on yours. Francesco, you stupid cute thing. If I didn't want to do any of what we've done, I would have told you. Because I get the choice, so. Yes, but you need help finding lunar ichor, right? I'll help you. I'll do everything I can. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I have an urge to tell him that this isn't why I told him about my situation. That would be a lie. Oh no. Instead, I decide to sate my curiosity. Why are you down here then? Why all these adventures? We're getting answers? Francesco freezes up. I've told you already. Oh, really? I'm going to take over the family business. There's an unmistakable finality in his tone that makes me realize I won't get anything else out of him if I push the issue. There is something he's not telling me. Maybe. I can't deny my disappointment. I'm grateful for my mask now, concealing my furrowed brows. Right. Must have forgotten about that. Liar, liar. Plants for hire. The tension dissipates lightly, and suddenly I want to be on my own. I think we need to get the day started. I can't slack on my search efforts after all. Let's meet up later, okay? This was so fun, though. I promise you. I'm very open-minded. I was just a little taken aback, that's all. But overall, super cool little thing. Little kink thing. That's super cool. People think it's just like most stuff. They'll first look at stuff like that and be like, "You freak." I said it was freaky. I didn't say they were freaks for doing it. I just said it was freaky. But yeah, people point and laugh and shit like that. I'd be like, "Oh, it's just a sex thing. Yeah, they're just perverts." Clearly, well, he did the whole kissing thing afterwards. That's him. But for other people, the ones in the back, they do it. It's therapeutic. Set on Google. You can search it up. It's free. He pauses. I don't want to leave you alone. Aww. Tease him. It's not a big deal. We're gonna continue to tease him since that's what I've been doing all day. Aww. That's what I said. Is poor little Philip going to be lonely? Of course. Yeah, he's gotta go. He had to walk past, what is his name? Brutus too? Rufus. Rufus. Wait. That is not the issue here. I'm worried. He caught himself. If you're good, we'll see each other before you know it. You mean it? Of course. It's only been an hour. 2 hours now, though. Sure do. Okay. And I'll be on the lookout for a core, too. I'll send you a letter if I find anything. You're not gonna find anything, but good boy. His cheeks flush. And with that, I shoo him out of the room to enjoy a little privacy. Sigh. I take a moment to remove my mask and go through my morning routine, relieved to run some cool water over my face. Splish splash. My impending death feels much realer now that I've told someone. But no giving up. That's not part of the plan. I go through the motions automatically, rushing to get to the stalls and start searching once more. Once more. But when I do and I'm finally out, inhaling cold, damp cavern air, something hits me not even 5 minutes after I start walking. Fatigue. Intense, bone-deep fatigue. How? I ignore it. My mind and body have never felt as separate as they do now. I drag my body by force to the streets, carefully looking over the contents of the stalls one by one. Frustration boils inside me with every instance I leave empty-handed. I use that same frustration to fuel my trek through the market. When someone claims to have it and I get my hopes up, only to find that upon closer inspection he is selling fake gemstones and counterfeit magical items, I decide to stop. Fuck! Something's just not right today. Someone's probably like buying it all as soon as it like pops up. Hoarding it for themselves. I apparently only need one. Share. Sharing is caring. In the end, I trudge back home and find that the best course of action is to simply rest. Oh, I kind of want us to go on another adventure though. Now that he knows, he's gonna like, he's not gonna want to do adventures as much, I guess. Cause there has to be something else he found. Like, my time is running out. I know it is. But the world doesn't know how stubborn I can be. Yes! And with that, I lean back into my pillow, flipping through the pages of a book I purchased to find the chapter I left off at. The next day, Francesco and I stumble upon each other right outside the Leaping Bear, as I prepare for a second sweep of the marketplace. He pulls me in for a hug before I have the chance to protest, and then he holds me at arm's length, by the shoulders, looking somewhat sheepish. I'm happy you're still here. Where else would you go? Uh-oh. We need to talk. We have been talking. You sound serious, oh no. You're dying. Thank you. You don't know how much time you have left. We should do something productive instead. Okay? My first reaction is a small flare of irritation. What does he think I've been doing so far? What more does he think is possible? The flare-up subsides then. He is not trying to take a jab at me. Something productive, huh? What are you suggesting? Let's go participate in an auction. I can't help my tinge of disappointment. My last visit to the auction house was a stark reminder of how hopeless my situation feels. I don't know. Last I checked, it barely ever goes on sale. We still have to look. All kinds of people come through the marketplace every single day. We can't wait until someone else seizes the opportunity before we do. His fierce determination does win me over. Do you know your way around bidding? We start walking in the Ruby Wall's direction. Well, of course, my mother went almost every month. To one on the surface, I mean. And sometimes she brought me along. I picked up a few things from her. Okay. I may not have as much experience as you, but hopefully I can keep up. What? I barely have the heart to tell him as the auction house comes into view. Never done this in my life. Oh, right. He flushes. I'm learning every day that what I thought was normal really isn't at all. Yeah. Is it really that different? He pauses again, and for a second I feel like his mind is elsewhere. Yes. Yes, it is. On that note, we enter the auction house. The noise dampens, much to my relief. Nothing has changed since the last trip here, save for my destination. On our way to the stage, we notice something... Oh, someone's selling gloves off to the side. The colors catch my eye immediately. They are bright and shimmery, visible even in the darkness. Any place to be selling something so specific. Ah! He scuttles over eagerly to the space where people have gathered. He finds a gap to see whatever they're looking at, and I duck around some others to find a place beside him. It's a large writing slate mounted on a wall, listing what meant to be for sale today. I feel like an S should have been there. Or at least I think that's what it is. I'm about to look closer, but a hint of movement catches my eye and makes me jump. There's a person standing beside the slate dressed from head to toe in black, including their flat, featureless mask. Ow. Based on a few carvings at the edge of the slate, I'd guess they're intended to prevent vandalism. Turning my attention back, it takes more than a moment for me to get to grips. Oh, okay. Sorry. With the density of writing on the slate, all blocked off in sections. Look! I'm looking. He slides behind me in a smooth motion before I can react. He's so slippery. I bet. With oil? Yeah. Even slipperier. That is a word, I just invented it. Close, but careful not to touch. His consideration of all things is getting my heart to beat a little faster. This looks like the layout I know. Those sections on the left are for future sales. His hands come up. Just hand. Only one. His hand comes up, though it's obscured by my mask. Obscura? I turn my head to see where he's pointing, getting a little closer to him in the process. My shoulder bumps him. He stays still, a solid wall behind me. I followed his finger as he continues to point out details. The list in the middle is what's going to be auctioned off in this session. The time is at the top. It starts in an hour, and it's not very much. Maybe it's a slow day. That could be it. It's very sweet of him to play along when he definitely knows more about this than I do. There are 6 lots listed. The only item listed that I understand is apothecarial. Apothecarial good. The final lot. I guess it's not impossible, it's a core. I have to ask Francesco about the meaning of the other listed items. I think most of the lots only name the seller, not the object. That should mean the seller is known for something specific. So knowing their name is as good as knowing what they're selling. If only we knew what names meant. Francesco laughs a little. Sorry, I wish I knew more. Well, we'll find out what's in each slot pretty soon, right? Kind of like opening gifts, except we don't actually get anything. I was always excited to see what would come next when I attended with my mother. That's very sweet. Francesco points out that the first lot has the name of a sculptor. So it's a fair guess to assume it's an artwork of some kind. But beyond that, lot 6 were completely in the dark. Hmm? I was just thinking that we're in the dark when it comes to the auction. That's always true down here, isn't it? Francisco chuckles. I bet everyone tells that joke eventually. At the door to the auction hall, there was another oh, I thought it said Chad. Black-clad figure. Though this one is wearing a gilded mask with an exaggerated demonic face. 5 rum for a paddle. Oh, the little number paddle thing? I'm aghast at the price. How much is it? 5? That's a week of dinners just to have the option to bid. Yeah. We're bidding together. Here we are. Oh, here you are. Whoopsies. But Francisco pays it like it's nothing, handing over coins and taking an auction paddle. There's a symbol on it, but I don't recognize it. Rich people are something else. Ooh. We passed through the door to the auction hall. In my imagination, I envisioned the hall as a fancy but ordinary room. My mind is immediately corrected. The hall is a repurposed theater. Do people even up there do it? That's crazy. They're so far away. Proscenium and all, with rows of seating at the front and standing space cordoned off towards the back. The stage is currently hidden behind heavy black curtains. Oh wow. No, super cool. He looks as surprised as I feel. Different from the auction hall back home. Yes, very different. Isn't it beautiful? Yes. The surprise shift to excitement so quickly. Having fun, Philip? Yes. There are a handful of people already in here, all spaced far apart. One person is sleeping quietly, their mask askew, and their paddle loose in their hand. After a second, it hits the floor. Instead of filling the room with the loud crack of the wood on stone, there is only the tiniest click of something hitting a carpeted floor. It is unearthly quiet here. If this is what the auction hall is always like, maybe 5 rum is worth it. Yeah. That would be a bargain for access to a quiet spot and some personal space. We find a spot towards the back of the seating area, far from the handful of other people here. The velvet seats are balding in large patches, but the cushioning is still plush. God's scars, this is good. I sigh as I slouch, while Francisco keeps much more of his decorum, sitting with posture that obviously comes naturally to him. He still looks out of place down here, but this is probably the best fit for him yet. Settling back, I close my eyes for a moment. Okay. Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm leaning over and resting my head against something. Someone? Huh? Did I really just fall asleep the second I found a quiet room and a soft place to rest? There's still no one sitting on my other side, but the low murmur of people speaking softly with each other tells me that there are a lot more people here than before. And adding to the sound is Francisco, whispering very softly to himself. Though the light may blind me, I know the way by your warmth on my face. Is he praying? I sit up, turning my neck to stretch out the mild strain there. I didn't mean to fall asleep on you, Philip. Oh, not to worry. I didn't want to disturb you, so I let you be. I hope I didn't presume. It would have been fine. I really should have fallen asleep in the first place. Shouldn't have. Well, that's... What a crazy way to write that down. But that's how you do it. Really? But you're... Oh, does he think this is fractum anima? Is it? I know precious little about my condition beyond the basics. Maybe falling asleep easily is a symptom. Time to divert. Sounds like there's a lot more people here. Coughing. In the dim light, I think I can see them too. I don't have the time, but I think it's about to start. So I napped for almost an hour? I really failed to entertain you then. You'll have to dock my pay. He doesn't look amused, though. Is that... Do you really think that's why I want you around? I'm joking. He sounds hurt by that idea. No, I know it isn't that. But it would be a hell of a trick to dock my pay when it's already nothing. I almost wish it was the case so I could see how you do it. Francisco's soft chuckle confirms my joke landed. The noise picks up slightly as the chatter intensifies, then stops suddenly at the sound of a hard-bottomed boot striking the wooden floor. Alright, with the coughing. The way the whispers and chatter of the room give way to the sound of a single footstep sends chills up my spine. Anyone who can command a room with the sound of their footsteps. Well, after my nice, relaxing nap, my guard is back up as high as it's ever been. The curtain parts. There are a few more clacks. Then someone strides forward into the stage. A woman! Oh, fuck. I don't immediately know what it is about the woman that makes me so afraid. It's not just the obvious wealth she's displaying. Dressed in silk, with a mask glittering with gemstones. Though that definitely doesn't help. It's something about how she moves. She strides forward without hesitation, without a glance at the audience, as though exempt from the danger of the market. Most people travel the market like me, trying to escape notice and just melt into the crowd, aware of everyone else and on guard. Francisco moves freely, but he's naive. He doesn't fully understand the risks of being here. The auctioneer knows. She just doesn't care. Oh, front face. At center stage, she turns to face us, her willing audience. There are only a bare few whispers fluttering around the hall. Welcome to the auction. Today there will be 6 small lots. You will only raise your paddle if you choose to bid, and your bids will not be rescinded. Rescinded. I think it's rescinded. Yeah. Her voice... Hopefully I'm right. Her voice is cold, but there's something compelling to it. And then she raises a hand and announces. Bring out the first slot. Ooh. She raises her left hand, a signal to the staff waiting in the wings. They emerge dressed all in black, carrying a stone statue. It's a shrouded human figure, or at least I can assume it's human. About 2/3 the height of the auctioneer. This is a rare treasure. A maquette? Yes. Sculpted by the master sculptor Meilin while creating the grand sculpture commissioned by the Prince of Asifair. Yes. There's a sneering quality to her voice. For you worms too afraid of the sun to see it, the final work is many times larger than an ordinary man and dedicated to the prince's great lost love. She's saying it like it's a big joke. I guess to her it must be. There's a murmur among the crowd. Even Francesco is saying something. I lean in. A forgery. Really? Philip? Or shall I say, Your Highness? He turns to me. It's not real. It looks like the original, but the maquettes Malin made were from portraits of the prince's lover. He added the shroud in the final sculpture without permission and was almost executed for it. Never mind. Oh. That's why the auctioneer is sneering at us. It's not just that she thinks she's better than everyone here. You know, she's selling a forgery. Shall we start bidding at 200 rum? We don't want that, right? Francisco leans forward. He's about to stand. Shit. I grab his hand, heart in my throat. I'm terrified of getting the auctioneer's attention. Why would we want that? I scramble to explain myself while keeping my voice to a whisper. The bidding starts. Is 200 a fair price for a Malin Mac thing? That gets him to stop and think. It's too low. We don't need it! It's fake! What do we need that for? That's enough to confirm my theory. And everyone here knows it's fake. Or most of them do. Of course, the auctioneer is treating it like a joke. People like me and Francisco, visitors who don't know enough to know better. or are naive about the way the market works are supposed to be the butt of it. Maybe someone who knows it's a forgery buys it and tries to sell it at a profit. Or some idiot thinks they're getting the deal of the century. Francesco settles into his chair again, but he's clearly uncomfortable. It's not right. An auction house has to verify what it's selling. This isn't a normal auction house. My sweet honeysuckle. That may be true on the surface, but not down here. The sculpture goes for 320 rum. An amount that makes me irrationally angry. I could live comfortably here in the market for ages with that money. Bitterly. I hope the buyer doesn't realize this is a scam they're falling for. It's almost a relief to see the next lot, a set of old but well-maintained torture tools. Oh, beautiful. Who would have guessed seeing thumb screws would be less upsetting? I watch Francesco through the bidding. He looks morbidly curious by the whole collection. Eyes glued on the auctioneer as she lifts some of the tools and demonstrates their use on a stagehand. Incredible. The stagehand doesn't make any noise during the whole demonstration, or when the tools are put away at the end of the bidding. House Euphoria has supplied us with a new contract. Lot 3. There is a slow shuffle of footsteps. I'm waiting to see one of the black-clad stagehands, but instead an ordinary person walks slowly across the stage. This 4-year work contract was trained to House Euphoria's exact standards, ensuring thorough and discreet service, and is fully and legally enforceable in Elancia? This contract stipulates that food, water, and reliable shelter must be provided, and that the worker's body remain whole and in good repair, in exchange for which all orders and requirements by the contract holder are to be followed. So a slave. House Euphoria recommends using contracts for light manual labor. Okay. Secretarial tasks and message transit, but this does not preclude other types of work. This one goes by Periwinkle. Shall we start the bidding for her services at 150 rum? The person stands perfectly still beside the auctioneer. Hands folded neatly. Instead of a mask, she's wearing a gossamer black veil. In the darkness of the hall, that's enough to obscure her face. The fabric ripples and flutters with every move the auctioneer makes as she orchestrates the bidding. Any sudden movements and it'll fly off and expose her face. Oh man. 1-5. Loud. Francisco raises his paddle as he says it, and his voice carried through the hall. I catch his sleeve for a moment. He hesitates. Oh, and for a moment he hesitates. But he keeps the paddle held high and steady. Oh my gosh. 1-5 to bidder number 13. That's our number? Oh no! The auctioneer's attention is directly on him. I let go of him automatically, not wanting any more attention from her than I've already gotten. What are you doing? Was buying a slave part of the plan? I'm trying so hard to keep my voice down, and it's only because a murmur has risen in the hall that I'm not making a scene of myself. A stranger. 1-6. And I'm hearing 1-6 from bidder number 4. Bidder number 4 has the high bid at the 160 rum. Bruh. The auctioneer's narration fills the room. It's only when she's stopped that I can hear Francisco's answer. And buy out the contract. Soft-hearted fool! Of course he'd want to save the indentured servant from the underground. I feel my guts filling with bile. Oh no. Aren't the floors carpeted? Please don't. Shouldn't he be focusing on saving me? He's too nice. That's come on. You know that. You know that though. Has his attention on me been nothing but pity? Oh no. The kind that any poor little creature could earn? The hot, bitter sensation of selfishness and envy stokes my temper. 165. 165 rum. Oh my gosh! The high bid is with you, Mr. 13. Greywinkle is capable in all 6 of House Euphoria's vaunted great arts. So this is almost robbery. 1-8, says stranger. And bidder number 4 recognizes the true value of this contract. The high bid is 180 rum. Francesco! 1-9. What are you doing? I hiss out my words, but I'm not in control of my volume anymore. I have to do something. Oh, no you don't! Mr. 13, you have the high bid with 190 rum. This isn't even that close to the money needed for the lunar core. But it's still overwhelming to hear these totals being thrown around. You can't save everyone in the market, Francesco. I have to try. Oh. What about me? Say nothing. Let's just... Can you help me and everyone else? I put a hand on his arm again. Not to hold it down, just to touch. He faces me, as if he's just realized what he's doing. You're right. I am. He puts down his paddle, and when the next bid comes in, he doesn't challenge it. I feel relieved, I suppose, but also guilty. A little bit. Ugh. I let my attention drift a bit. The rhythm of the bidding easy to block out. Lot 4. This will be of special interest to one party in attendance. The auctioneer's voice makes us both jump in our seats. I put my hand back on my lap. It is accompanied by a letter from the seller, who has chosen to remain anonymous. Seeing as my previous requests have been ignored, and the subject is no longer has fingers on the left hand, I have chosen to escalate. Huh? With a single wave of her hand, the auctioneer brings in the lot. It's hard to tell what it is. It's sitting on a bed of white linen, some of it stained pink around the object. It's a reddish brown lump, maybe the size of a fist. It looks... Oh, fuck. It's flesh! Yay! I don't know what it is exactly, but it's flesh. This is the left side kidney. There's a shrill scream from someone in the audience sitting near the front. The auctioneer continues, projecting her voice over the sobs that follow. The subject was asleep for the procedure and is alive at the time of the sale. Great, I guess. Now that an incision has been made, I have access to more tokens I can send. If you would like to negotiate for the return of the subject, please submit a winning bid and follow the rest of the instructions in this letter. What? I can hear the auctioneer's grin. She looks directly at the party near the front, where multiple people are crying. The rest of this letter's contents are only for the eyes of the winner. Shall we start the bidding at 200 rum? Bro. In comparison to that, the collection of preserved parasites that makes up Lot 5 is downright pleasant. There's no more room for my skin to crawl, it seems. And finally, that leads us to... And finally, this is the lot I am certain many of you were waiting for. Brewed by an excellent doctor. This popular elixir is known for its miraculous properties. Despite myself, hope rises in my chest. There's no way we just so happened to be at the auction where there is, in fact, lunar core. Doubt it. I can see Francesco sitting up straighter in the edge of my vision. With a sweep of her arm, an assistant carries in a small box. Lifting the lid, there are 6 glass bottles, all a little larger than a fist and filled with a deep gold liquid. The good Dr. Livewell is offering 6 bottles of tincture of solar ichor. Okay. With bids opening at 50 rum. Solar. Any hope that managed to take root in me withers almost instantly. Everyone knows the lunar god bleeds, and so it is possible to collect their ichor. The solar god has no such weakness. What? So this isn't even real? All they do is sell fake shit or human body parts and full humans. Like, looking at Francesco, he's also disappointed. A scam, right? He nods slowly. It's probably laudanum? Maybe with turmeric or another spice to make it that color. It's generous to assume the charlatan used a spice when okra is possibly cheaper, probably. Then we don't need to stay here. What if there's like a secret one after? Guys, what if? I stand up, twisting and stretching my joints a little. My seat was so comfortable and good on my back. For once, my spine doesn't pop. I tuck away my disappointment. Going to the auction house was always going to be a long shot. Ah, we should have stayed till the end. What if there were end credits? Francisco breaks the silence quickly once we're back outside. I'm sorry we couldn't find the ichor. Today is your day. I'll follow you wherever you wish. It's fine. Nothing you have to apologize for. But you're right. Today is my day then. We can't go around frolicking forever. I should prioritize the things that make me feel best and indulge in those. Suddenly the possibilities feel endless. Let's see. What should we do? Whoa! That's a lot of stuff! Okay, so we have take a trip to the host bar, browse the largest library in the underground, try some delicacies at a fancy restaurant, visit the tropical smoke lounge, get your hair taken care of, catch a live choir. That's enough for today. There's obviously going to be different things for each one, but for the sake of just this part, I will only be doing one. For right now, we're gonna get our hairs taken care of. A hair salon? Yes! I want to see you get your hair done. Pretty. Yeah, sounds relaxing, doesn't it? It does! Do you have anywhere specific you'd like to go? Aesthetics and appearances have been at the bottom of my priority list since arriving in the marketplace. So I have all but ignored anything remotely resembling a salon. Let's ask around. Who has the best hair? Like, oh, it looks like a traditional salon. Look at that. The place we end up at is nothing to write home about, but the owners are something else. People, a single father with a seemingly limitless supply of energy, and 3 boisterous kids running around, helping with little errands here and there. His assistant is a very, very tired woman, with no patience for their antics. Gorgeous, gorgeous logs. That's a great shade of chestnut. How do you care for it? I smell Oregon? Or argane? Argan? Whatever? So I'm sure you use oil to maintain the ends, but what about your roots? The hairdresser runs his fingers through Francisco's hair and immediately blasts him with questions. Don't do that. He's barely breathing in between his questions. Or maybe he only breathes in small bursts. Hey! I watch on fascinated as the assistant comes up behind me and taps me on the shoulder. Going to need to lower that hood if you please. Just a moment. I turned to face Francisco, who was doing his best to pretend he wasn't just hoping for a glimpse. Okay? You're not allowed to look. Not even a peek. You keep those eyes straight ahead. How can he see? Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna take a peek. I'm gonna be able to see you. Aww. Oh, just wait for chapter 3. I'm pretty sure something crazy happens. Yep. I understand I won't look. We get to ogle this guy all the time. It's not fair. But okay. Game. Good. Bye-bye. I lower my hood then and lean back in my seat. Well, what can I do for you today? One of those scalp massages sounds pretty good around now. With our original scent? Yeah, that works. And your face? What about it? He sighs audibly. Would you like a treatment for your face too? I'm good for now. A kid! One of the kids runs up to me with a freshly heated towel for my hands, then leaves just as fast, nearly tripping over their own feet. Oh, fast. Is it always this busy? Well, Dawn insists they need work experience from an early age. More like child labor. Damn. Free. The assistant gets to work without following up, and with strong, practiced fingers, she works from the base of my skull up, loosening the tension bit by bit. Hopefully there's another CG for like a cool hairstyle he does. Or it gets done, or whatever. Next to me, I notice Francesco is getting his ends trimmed. He's fiddling with his hands in his lap. He calls out when there's a pause in the hairdresser's incessant questions. Can I ask you a question? You still can't look. No, I know that. But can I ask you just one thing? I want to know how long your hair is. It's not long, I promise you. Huh? I just want to know what I should be imagining. Imagining? My, oh my. You nutsy boy. I stopped myself from teasing any further. Well, just the length should be fine. Obscenely long. Bust down. Okay? Like, are you seeing this? Are you seeing these Brazilians? These Brazilian locks? Yeah, just normal long, you know, up to the crack of my ass. Shoulder length. I got the bob. Short, which is my actual hair. I have no joke for that. I'm bald, actually. Mr. Clean. Short. I just really like having a bit of breeze on the back of my neck. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, imagine that when you're in bed. Jorking it. Me too. I love long hair, but it's far too warm. Yes. You must live in a really hot climate then. I mean, look at his beautiful brown skin. Yes! I really do. Ah! Perhaps I shouldn't have asked. Now I want to see you even more. Oh my gosh, stop flirting. You need to stop. You're so impatient, oh my gosh. Can you blame me? No. Just like how you can't blame me, because I would love to have seen you be wearing no clothes while we were hanging from the fucking ceiling. Just gloves. Ooh! Imagine. I'm imagining. Just let it hang out. Oh my gosh. Balls in the wind, just... The mind. His bolder response catches me off guard, but I find that I don't dislike it. Of course not. We love messing with this guy. No, I guess not. Because I would love to see... His eyes are probably gold as fuck. Like, oh my gosh. When they do a face reveal for everybody at some point, please do. He better have the most beautiful, like, gold eyes I've ever seen ever. Like, I want it so bad. As silence falls over us and the metallic snip of scissors is the only sound interrupting it, I find myself feeling oddly content. By the end of the massage, my scalp is soft and I smell of something like fresh lilies. Well, what should we do now? We can do everything! I didn't really find anything else that interesting anyway. The host bar, kind of. And the smoke lounge. Because it's something I'm sort of interested in. And then it's also something he would want to do as well. I feel like. So, you know what? Yeah, let's do the host bar and then the smoke lounge after. If they let me do another one. Oh, this is the same background as... The decision to go to the host bar is a slightly impulsive one. Not so much of a need as mere passing curiosity. But Francesco agrees to join me. It's all new to him too. We find ourselves at the center of the Spice Rack. Ooh. A crude name for a shoddy front that barely masks the locals' real intentions. It sure is busy. It takes a few minutes until we're seated by one of the staff, and welcome drinks are slid our way. Ripes. I hold the glass up to my nose and immediately pull away. This stinks of alcohol. You guys are in a bar. Across me, Francisco coughs after taking a sip. Yes, it's rather strong. Could it be that they're trying to loosen our inhibitions a little? That is definitely what they're doing. Judging from the crowd, it's working. I take a sip of my own and twist my lips in displeasure. My mask slides right back into my face, while the strong aftertaste of juniper berries assaults my senses. No more of this for me. You like it? He pauses to try the drink again. He's like, well, maybe the second time will be better. No, I can't say I do. It tastes cheap. Oh. My smile is automatic. You and your aristocratic taste buds. They're not aristocratic. Oh my gosh. He smiles sheepishly. A little shared banter later, we're finally approached by one of the hosts. Hey, Paprika. Woo! Hi. The girl who settles up to us is obviously one of the fan favorites, as other masked patrons' gazes follow her. You must be new around here. She's cute. I'm glad we agree. Their hand rests on the side of my arm, where I notice her elaborate manicure. Long almond-shaped nails dyed burgundy, with a traditional stain. Her middle and ring fingers are completely filed down. Oh my god! And prepared, it seems. Yes, I am prepared! I'm prepared! What's your name? I'm Paprika. Yeah, and I'm D. I'm also with my very open-minded friend here. We're open-minded. I have to say I love your outfit. Oh my god. Francisco, say something nice to her. She latches onto me quickly, bombarding me with one compliment after the other. Oh my gosh. All cheap platitudes that would have worked more effectively were I slightly less sober. Let's change that then. In the meantime, Francisco watches on quietly. Curiosity gets the better of me when I see him so still and inquisitive. Hey, Philip. That's how I know I'm gonna say something fucking stupid. Would you like to stay for a chat? Huh? Yeah? Of course. That's what we're here for, is it not? Doesn't have to be. We can keep to ourselves if you prefer. Oh. No, I'm leaving the choice up to you. Today is your day, remember? The question is, do I want to stay and get the royal treatment? Or do I want privacy? Yeah. I want to... No. I want to accept. Okay, let's do it. You should pick us a drink to start with, Philip. Yes, allow me. He skims through the menu while Paprika fiddles with a pencil, ready to hear our order. You seem like the type of customers who would enjoy a good wine. I actually fucking hate wine. It's disgusting. If I might be so bold as to suggest something. I was just thinking about ordering us some. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you guys are getting along. I could have 2 glasses of that in red, please. Of course. Oh my god. You better get back here quick with your filed fingernails. Paprika is remarkably easy to talk to, I realize. A skill she's honed for many years, I assume. Quite the character, huh? Yeah, she's really great at her job. You must be to work in this kind of establishment. Why do you say that? Well, I assume there's a minimum amount of money they need to bring in every month. And if they don't meet that target, they would get in trouble. That's terrible. But you're probably right. She's back! Paprika comes back a few moments later and pours from the bottle with both hands to keep it steady. Would you like to buy me a glass too? I don't mean to be conceited, but I'd love to share a drink with the two of you. When I sneak a glance to see what other patrons are doing, their setups are all the same. The host drinks with them, no matter what it is. Not doing so would probably be rude. Yeah, sure. Let's get you a glass. Yay! Thank you. She seems way too happy at the prospect and settles between us after pouring herself a slightly bigger glass. She probably in here. She don't want nothing to do with it. She just wants money, like, and he has it. So he has all of it. I'm so happy. I want to hear about your love lives and all the fun stories you have to tell. Would you believe we hung from the ceiling not even a day before? And then made out right after? Francesco and I pause and exchange what I assume is a glance. Why don't you start by telling us about your love life, Paprika? It's a boar. With filed fingernails? Doubt it. She sloshes the liquid in her glass dramatically, then tips it back, downing a third of the glass in one unceremonious gulp. My lover of 5 months left me just a few weeks ago. She's terrible. I never want to see her again. And it means Oxide wants to see me again. Oh my gosh. What a name. He says there's no more excuses and that we can mess around like before. But Oxide is terrible too. He doesn't know how to please a woman and has bad breath. Whew. Well then, you shouldn't see him, right? I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But I might get desperate. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. This high libido won't take care of itself. Like, trying to get in. You really don't have to see Oxide. There are so many more people in the underground. I hope we're flirting and not just stating a fact. I know, you're right. I should go after my one true love. Oh? Your one true love? Francesco smiles wide, curious about who this person might be. Shiraz. Who the fuck? She's so elegant and beautiful. Sells wine. Can you believe it? My favorite drink. And she's an expert. The chick from Cyrus's chapter 1? No, Oleander's chapter 1. Because I remember I had to pick the wine and she's like, here, you want some? And I was like, I said yes and I ended up dying. Because it was the poison. What would she offer? Bitch. My heart flutters every time she looks at me and calls me a pheasant. That has to be her. Oh my gosh. Oh. She sounds special. Yeah. She is. I've never met anyone like her. I realized then that we've unlocked Pandora's box, sorry. And Paprika can hardly stop herself from audibly fantasizing about this lady. We spent the rest of our allotted time slot listening to her and sharing a few laughs. Okay, that was cute. Our time at the host club comes to an end. I thought we were going to do something freaky, but wishful thinking once again. Francisco falls into falls into step beside me. Content? We've been seeing a lot of new unexpected things. Maybe he's happy about that. Despite everything, I can't help but smile at the thought. Where should we go next? Yay! We're gonna go to the smoke lounge. And then that's it for today. Have you ever tried Hookah? My question seems to pique his interest right away. No, I can't say I have. What is it? Flavored smoke that you inhale through a pipe. It's quite pretty. It is. I know. One of the few things I'm familiar with here. Oh! He clasps his hands together in a eureka moment. Yes, I've heard of those. We call it something different where I live. Pray tell. Vapor coasting. We've already begun walking in the direction of the entertainment districts. I'm surprised that you're willing to try this kind of substance, though. Is that weird? Nah. I have been pretty stern with you, haven't I? He blushes. Well, maybe a little. You like? Did you like when I'm mean to you? Hmm? We enter the first lounge we happen upon, decidedly not feeling picky, and instantly inhale a swirl of deep, subtly fruity smoke. I expect it to irritate my lungs, but the smoke is deceptively light. The air is pleasantly fresh and humid around us. Tall, swirling pipes are embedded into the center of every low table. I see the water bubble away. Yeah, I see the water bubble away, gently, in the clear lower receptacle, the source of the slow ambient noise all around us. There's a large menu above the counter filled to the brim with various flavors. I assume they are the little pucks I see the other patrons place inside the pipe's main chamber. Actually, these flavor names make no sense. What do I pick? Alto, cremation, salve. Let's do Alto because what the fuck? Cremation? We pay for our pucks and find our seats. There are others around us. They're content to keep the socialization to their friend groups only. What do you choose? The flavor is called Spirit. Shall we try yours first, though? It sounded fun. Yes, I chose Alto. We settle in our chairs, velvety and soft against our backs. It's hard not to sink in right away. I notice we've been offered separate mouthpieces just in case, but I don't want it. Something tells me you don't care if we smoke from the same one. The mischief in my voice is poorly disguised as Francesco hurriedly takes the first drag. Alto smells subtle but intriguing, like amber and fresh sea salt. The combination is addictive and well balanced. I'm suddenly rather excited to try it myself. Francesco passes me the pipe, and I take a drag of my own. Well, far out, dude. It's light. My vision blurs, but the effect dissipates just as fast as it comes. The smoke mostly tastes delicious. It loosens the tension in my shoulders. I find myself leaning back after the second drag, then passing the pipe back. He inches a little closer. And I let him. My hands find their way to a small wooden box at the bar's logo, carved into the front panel. When I slide it open out of curiosity, it reveals a set of dice. Sexy dice? Look at this! I hold them out to Francesco. I'm nostalgic. Do you play? Sure! After my next deep drag, I make an effort to sit more upright, while we wave over a pair of other smokers who are leaning against each other. I know you too! They hesitate for a second before they join us with a quiet greeting. You sharing? Who's speaking? Sure. The taller of the two fits the pipe with a mouthpiece of their own and takes a drag. Dice, what are the stakes? We haven't decided yet. It's been so long since I've gambled. It would be fun to try. The taller one looks Francesco up and down, definitely taking in all the obvious signs of wealth. Bruh, let's keep it low stakes, yeah? Yes, of course. It takes a minute for us to find a set of rules we're all comfortable playing with. Oh my god, I forgot their names, but I know you guys. That's so cute. But then the dice are in my hand, clacking together as I prepare to roll. A taller woman who introduced herself as Lave! Yes! Hands off the pipe to her companion, sharing the same mouthpiece. Lave and Halo! I remember now. Thank you for telling me. And this is my girl, Halo. Yes. Lovers then. They're a cute enough couple. Lean together in a way that shows nearness is normal for them without being completely obnoxious about it. Yeah, I hate that. Right, guys? Right? Pleased to meet you. Same. I'm Dee, and this is Philip. We throw a genty piece. Yes, onto the table. Then start throwing dice. As the dice passes from player to player, the pipe goes around the table too. Okay. The subtle smell of amber and sea salt sinks into the fabric of my cloak. Halo wins the first 2 rounds, then Francesco sneaks away with the next win. Little piles of coins build up in front of us over time, long enough that we need to add Francesco's puck of spirit to the pile to keep the party going. Halo's stack is definitely the biggest, but even I have one. And luck isn't on my side right now. Our friends say Halo's God-touched. Lave's drawl is relaxed, talking for the sake of talking. Your luck is that good? Halo declines to answer, but Lave continues, taking the pipe from me and replacing the mouthpiece. She's sharper than a knife, real good at managing a deck of cards, but I bet the lunar god kissed her once too. Kissed her? It's not literal, my love. Halo turns her face suddenly, lifting her mask away from her cheek. There's a crescent-shaped scar there. It's barely visible in the dim light. Never mind. Oh. It's just a scar, but... just a scarred nothing. Lave leans in and plants a kiss near the scar. My moon-kissed girl. Lavrina! Halo is barely able to speak out her reply, but Lave just flops back and hands off the pipe as Francesco takes over the dice. A few rounds more and my wallet is feeling sufficiently light. Well, I think I've lost about enough. One more round? Sure. If I win. When you win. Instead of money, you should tell me a secret. Oh, that's a fun stake. I'm going to get into this. After a moment, we all agree to the new stakes. The pressure comes off us completely. There's no reason to share anything serious or to stress about telling a random secret to strangers. And Francesco, I have no doubt that my secrets are safe with him. We pass the dice around, counting scores as we go. The results are already pretty familiar, same thing. Francesco and I have scored low. Lave is a little below average, and Halo's definitely been kissed by at least one god. Maybe I should have let a few more handsome strangers kiss me. Who knows if I missed my chance for a good fortune. I won! Halo's soft voice is tinged with the warmth of a smile. Winning definitely isn't a surprise to her, but she's got the grace to not treat it as foregone. Before we can say anything else, Lave leans in and whispers a secret to her girl. Halo pulls back and bats at her shoulder. Lavrina, what did you say? Makes sense. It was always going to be flirting. I take my turn next while Francesco puffs on the pipe. The smoke is running thin, but there are a few dregs left to enjoy. I should probably keep it fun. Once I burned a meal so bad I had to bury the pot it was in. Crazy work. My childhood best friend and I were each other's first kiss. Scandalous! I knocked my neighbor's door off its hinges. Not their horrible kid. Yikes! Yulst? Yusult? Wow, and Tristan were having an affair, I saw it. Who are those people? Who are those people? The bodyguards? No way. Should I try it? Oh man. I should, right? Well, this was cute, so I don't really want to go back. Let's do that. It's gossip that Halo has no point of reference for, but at least it's juicy gossip she has no point of reference for. Oh. Then it's Francesco's turn. Whatever his secret is, it doesn't prompt any major response from Halo. I wonder what the secret is. With our game being over, Lave and Halo get up to leave, wishing us well. That was so nice. They really did just come by for some free smoke and to hustle us out of some money. Well, yeah, but it was cute. So, I can't say I'm mad about it. If only because they were totally pleasant, and they definitely didn't fleece me for more than I was willing to lose. That was fun. Indeed. All loose and relaxed, Francesco and I get up to go. Francesco sighs a little. Something wrong? I know it's strange, but I wish I'd gotten to tell you my secret instead. Shut up, you stupid f***. Shut up. Even though I definitely didn't win? Well, Halo and Lave were nice, but they're strangers, and we're definitely not strangers, right? Not after our adventures. Well, it would be devaluing Halo's win, but if you've got something to say, I'll be listening. Shut up, Francesco. Like, seriously, you talk too often. There's a moment of silence between us, and then... My father's sister was one of my favorite people in the world. Once, when I was a boy. She gave me a toy rabbit. Ooh! The fur was gray and soft. It had little glass eyes and cotton stuffing. I loved it. Oh my gosh. But she couldn't visit after a while. This is a long secret. And I was older. And had to put away my childish things. Oh, that sucks. But I kept the rabbit. It's still hidden away in my home. What? I thought the only person I'd ever be able to tell was her. But now I can tell you. This smile is unbearably sweet. That's a pretty good secret. There's a moment of quiet, then an unspoken agreement between us. Time to focus on other things. Is there anything else you want to do today? No. We'll leave these last three for off camera. With that, my day of personal indulgences comes to an end. Or I guess I should save it there then. My secret was ass, or not really. The other ones weren't too appealing to me. And I thought I was selling it to Francesco. So it's whatever. I'll keep that there. I'll explore that later off camera. With that, my day of personal indulgences comes to an end. I already read that. In theory, we still have some time to spare. Yeah, we do. But not me. So. But I can't shake my restlessness. I have to move. We walk close together, gently weaving through the thinning crowds. There's no rush in any of our movements, only a quiet appreciation for the walk we're on. Our place is our own. I had a great time today. My heart squeezes in my chest, and there's a bittersweet, numbing ache left in its wake. Rhyming. I feel... What do I feel? Sad? Vulnerable? My mind doesn't allow me to finish exploring the thought. Thank you for joining me on my adventures. Your adventures are fun too. Thank you for allowing me to join you. I learned a lot about you today. That goes both ways. His blush in that moment is the most beautiful and radiant I've seen it since meeting him. That makes me happy. I'm so glad. It's really hard to die with him. If we do die. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. I want to reach out and cup his cheek, feel the warmth of his skin. But something tells me I should leave it be for today. Why? We shouldn't let your babysitters find us. Off you go. They're not... No. You're right. I know, it's sad. He pauses, sheepish. But I don't want to go. I know! Don't do this! Shh, don't do this. Don't do this to me. I know you don't want to go, and I don't want you to go either. I want to do a lot of things. We don't have time. Oh no! This whole not wanting to leave thing can't keep happening every time, Philip. Why not? Please stop! Please! Please! You're being silly. Well, I like your company. Shut up. We share one last smile for the day. Good night. Dot dot dot. It's not long until we're reunited the morning after. In spite of the increasing likelihood of us getting caught. So scandalous! Our pace is too relaxed for the situation we're in. But I care less today. We've been good at worming our way out of their grip. So far. But my subconscious tells me not to be rash. But my ego swells with confidence. So we stop by stalls, run our fingers over silky clothes, thumb through catalogs for freshly cut gemstones. Take our time. We're searching together in companionable silence. I really like this. Me too. When our stomachs growl in anticipation of some form of lunch, Francesco stops me. There's a beautiful cafe we could eat at if you'd like. I passed by it earlier and the pastries on display looked incredible. Sounds great. Lead the way. Yes. What? He smiles cutely, clumsily. Cutely? Oh my god. Can I officially call this? Oh yes! A date? Yes, a date, yes. I'll read the other one anyway. A date? An outing? A date. Oh my gosh. At this point, it would almost be weird if it weren't, like... Oh! Yes! Yeah, I want that in a different context, though. He's bright red. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions. Ass! Let's go then. On a date. Yes, let's. Oh my god. Just as Francesco is about to lead me back onto the main road, into the cafe, something stirs in my peripheral vision. Don't ruin this! This is now a date. Don't ruin this. Okay? Paranoia creeps in my veins, slow and icy. I think we need to run. They're onto us. Already? Shit! We bolt. And I realized very eagerly I realized very early on, in our sprint that I will not be able to keep this up for much longer. Need a hiding spot. But where? Duck in an alley, dive in a nearby shop, alley! Oh shit, was that right? I might have to go back. And I was just talking about how it's hard to die. What if we die? There's nothing inviting or even safe about the alley we choose. Nothing to tell us this alley isn't a dead end. Just a little further in, but we press on. The floors are covered in grease and litter. The stench overpowering. The two walls around us are too narrow, claustrophobia-inducing. The rock has taken on a darker, muddier tint. And yet it takes us forward, and is blissfully devoid of other marketplace patrons. In fact, the alley takes us far, very far, just a couple of turns, and we find ourselves in a completely different part of the marketplace. Oh, fuck. I think we made it, guys. Yes, we did. He cranes his neck back to get a better look at whatever may be going on behind us, but finds nothing. We're fine. I'm glad. The both of us slide down to the ground, leaning against the wall to recover. Aren't you glad we still have our knees intact? Oh, you. Once we're both sufficiently recovered and out of harm's way, we're able to make our way to the cafe Francesco mentioned earlier. Perfect. Said cafe is overwhelmingly kitsched and perfumed, but beyond the slightly too vivid colors and excessive amounts of flower bouquets, I notice a small selection of pastries that do look mouthwatering. I always do that. Ever the gentleman, Fran holds the chair out for me. You know, you don't actually have to do this, but I want to. I love you. I decide that I'm fine with that and settle in comfortably with a menu in hand. Will you let me treat you today? You've been treating me all day. All day, all night. Yesterday, the day before. Don't you always? Someday you're going to have to let me treat you back. I know exactly how to do that. And it's not with money. Francisco pauses. Well, I think you already have. You have not allowed me to spend a single genty on you. But it isn't about the money. Yeah, I know. That's why I said that. It's about kindness, of which you have afforded me plenty. Thank you. Well, if that's how you want to look at it, you won't hear me complaining. Yes, I like not spending money. Oh my gosh. Yes, so please order whatever you wish. Our orders come in quickly. Warm bread filled with smoked meats. Sorry. And fresh herbs. Then, flaky croissants for dessert. I'm barely into my first bite when Francisco shifts. Do you remember me mentioning silver dust? Ah. Yeah, I remember. Going to assume that's what you want to try today? Yes, I think so. I've been meaning to try a hallucinogenic at least once. Teasing him is second nature at this point. The lights and smoke the other day weren't enough for you, huh? Nope. Well, I love when he does that. Well, the effects of that were a little different. I want something that will make me see beautiful things, not make me, you know, impossibly horny, impossible to control. Sure. Oh my gosh! Scandal! Shut up. He laughs with me this time, face horribly flushed. He's becoming more resistant to the teasing. That's not good. We might have to reel it back. I want to see those reactions. Come on now. Either way, you're going to have to find a dealer yourself. I'm not sure where to find the good stuff. Oh. Neither am I. I figured there would be a lot of it here. Sure, but you don't know what they're mixing in with their silver dust. Could be dangerous for you. Yes, I suppose so. Yeah. There's an uncomfortable pause in the air that I can't quite read. We change subjects quickly. Do you think the disguise has helped so far? There's a chance it might have outlived its purpose. Let's change clothes! They've already seen us again, so maybe it helps a bit with camouflage, but probably not much else. Then I wonder what options that leaves us with. Confronting them? How will we... Come now, says Stranger. Up-and-coming masters of disguise shouldn't be so quick to give up. Now should they? This guy's about to try to sell us another costume. That means another outfit change for Francisco, and I need that. Someone's voice echoes boldly behind me, and I turn to face a man I've never met before. Really? We've never met this man before. Shut up! Everything about him screams eccentricity. Flamboyantly dressed, with the sole purpose of being noticed. Unusual for someone who isn't a noble. Apologies for surprising you, but I couldn't help being drawn to your conversation. I thought it was somebody else, so... Changes the voice. Sort of. Suspicion floods my senses. Behind me, Francisco's quiet. What do you want? I just happen to be well versed in the art of disguise myself. If your goal is to disappear from view, I have a few contacts who could make that happen. And you just saddle up to a bunch of strangers to offer your services? Out of the goodwill of your heart. Well, I'm glad you see my intentions are noble. He completely ignores my sarcasm. This has got to be a crook. No. He's so telling the truth right now. I turn to Francisco, searching his expression. I'm about to suggest leaving the cafe, but he strikes up conversation instead. Excuse me, why are you offering your services? Are you looking for financial compensation? That is the way of most merchants. I'd hardly call myself special in this regard. If I see an opportunity, I'll take it. Ah, but I failed to introduce myself. My name is Oleander. It would be a pleasure to do business with you. He reaches out for a handshake, one that I accept very hesitantly. Oleander? The Oleander? Oh, you know him. Francesco's face lights up. Oh my gosh. I thought you were familiar. I suppose I could be. He gestures for an extra chair to slide up to our table, making himself comfortable the moment Francisco nodded. I don't know why that was S there. Oleander is the host of the party that we met at the other day. That's so interesting. He's a very well-known merchant down here. Oh, I know. Is he now? I make no effort to hide my skepticism. So, Mr. Oleander, you must be the perfect person to ask. Oh? And what is it you'd like to ask? I'd like to purchase some silver dust. Would you happen to know a reputable source? Well, that's quite a departure from the previous conversation. Something about his tone suggests he's smiling underneath that mask. As a matter of fact, I would know one. Several, even. That must be what attracted him to us. No way it was disguise. Would you be so kind as to lead us to them? I could, of course. But you have to afford me one question. Just a matter of sating my curiosity, sorry. Yes, what would you like to know? You don't strike me as regular users, nothing like the typical clientele who comes waltzing in for a bit of stardust. Is he teasing us? It's my first trip to the underground and my first time trying something like this. I'm eager to give it a try. Of course. It sounds like fun, doesn't it? But you may want to start with something a little milder. Lest you end up in the gutter like the rest of them. Uh-huh. I can't get a read on him. Yeah. He lowers his voice. May I suggest honeyhead tablets instead? They're better suited to someone who just wants to try. Well, what's the difference? Honeyhead is a mild hallucinogenic. Think lights and colors, strains of music from your memory. It's a substance of good dreams. Silver dust is potent. In fact, I could go as far as to say there are a few things better, but she's a demanding mistress. Even from the first encounter, and liable to get their hooks in you. Your life is yours, but I do try and avoid letting those I work with dive into danger when they don't know any better. Makes for a more stable clientele. It's the most serious he sounded up till now. Though, that's not saying much. I'd also appreciate it if you didn't take something that will send you to the gutter, just for the record. Okay, I understand. The atmosphere deflates a little as they shake on their little deal. We're expecting to wait for an intermediary, someone named Vigil, to drop off the goods for us. He's dangerous. I guess. He leaves our sight, my relief as instantaneous. Oh, I got it, but decided not to voice it for now. The package arrives quickly and we don't linger. With Honeyhead in our possession, our next steps lead us back to the stalls. We have some essentials to purchase. I want to make sure the trip is as uninterrupted and smooth as possible. We're taking a big enough risk as is. I keep my eyes peeled for anything remotely useful. Philip, I found something. The vendors I lead us to are surprisingly basic. They're in charge of all the groceries and home amenities of the underground. The first one sells the ladder, a perfect starting point for small comforts. This looks cozy. What should we buy? Take a blanket. Take an insulated bottle. Buy nothing. Insulated bottle? I guess the bottle? Maybe we should have something warm to drink, something soothing? Yes, I think so too. Oh, look! This one comes with tea samples. Perfect. The stall owner is kind enough to offer a portion of piping hot water to fill our bottle, which we gradually take him up on. Oh, gratefully, sorry. We follow the flow of the crowd towards the grocer, who heavily advertises his discounted coffee. Should we buy anything from the second stall? Rice cakes. Discount ground coffee. We already have a drink. Rice cakes. Everybody knows you need food when you're high. Yep. If it were up to me, I would have a feast prepared. A feast, huh? Yes, but something like this will have to do for now. After finishing our little side trip past the stalls, there's no putting it off. You still have those tablets? I do. We just need to find a cozy place to experience the trip. Do you have any ideas? The bridge. Behind the church. Well, the bridge, they know about the bridge. So let's do behind the church. We could try the lunar church. Think the backside had a quiet spot. Maybe we could go there. Being surrounded by beautiful architecture during a trip sounds lovely. Let's try it. Perfect. As we approach, the church stands above us imposingly, with quiet dignity. There's nobody loitering on the other side. We easily settle down against the back wall, out of sight. Now huddled next to each other, Francesco pulls a little package from his left pocket. The pills nestled within are surprisingly small, but I don't doubt their efficiency. He holds the tablet up to his lips, smiling nervously. I didn't think I'd feel anxious. Oh no. Maybe I'm just that excited. I'd say that's pretty normal. You've never taken any drugs in your life, have you? Not until now. During the lull of our conversation, I realize he's not handing me the other pill we purchased. Okay. Down the hatch. Ask him to share some with you. Let him have his solo trip. Forbid him from taking it? We gonna do this together. Together. I hold out my hand expectantly, only for him to frown lightly. Francisco. Ah. I was thinking about this earlier, but his features unexpectedly harden until he's facing me with a confidence I've never seen him exude. No! Together! That's what I said. I said together. I've seen Fractum Anima completely overpower you. You shouldn't be taking any mind-altering substances. Fine! For a second, I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry, what? Pressure him? Let it go. I'll let it go, bro. I'll let it go. You know what? He probably has a point. I slump back, decidedly not in the mood to argue. Alright, damn. This guy. His expression softens. Get away from me. No, I know. You're right, I shouldn't. Just wasn't expecting you to be so weirdly strict about it, like... I'm sorry, I hope I didn't offend you. I'm not offended. Totally not offended. No, you're good. A few minutes later, the atmosphere feels a little lighter. Our previous conversation already feels far away. He swallows a tiny pill with ease, without even washing it down with water. All that's left to do is wait. Is it not going to be weird for you? Going on a wild sensory trip while the person next to you isn't? No, not at all. It just means you're my trip sitter. Trip sitter? Yeah. Another sitter to add to the pile. He outright scolds me this time, but not without a quirk of the lips. You're smiling, oh my gosh. Irk. Are you doing alright? Yes, I am. His speech has loosened a little already. Thank you. He leans back, and with that, we wait for the effects of Honeyhead to start kicking in. Whoa! I suddenly catch movement in my peripheral vision. So slight, I would have missed it if we weren't alone. Sure enough, a shadow slinks away before I can make out any specifics. Was someone watching us? It doesn't take long for Francesco to start spotting shapes etched into the cavern walls. He describes them as funny little beings that move when you least expect them to. I didn't even take the drugs. Like, the colors, oh my gosh, are so beautiful. He weighs heavier against me, relaxing more with every breath he takes. So it begins. I take a quiet sip of our very plain tea, then hand it over to him. It's strangely satisfying, bitterness lingering on the tip of my tongue. Thank you. I'm almost afraid he'll burn himself, but he doesn't. Francesco leans over a little further and asks for one of the rice cakes, which I quickly pull out from underneath my cloak. When I take one for myself, the dryness spreads across my mouth. Very satisfying crunch, however. Hey, what else do you think is out there? Not sure what you mean by out there. He pauses, then gestures softly into the air. Everywhere, the places we have not been to, the people we have yet to meet, the sights we have yet to see. His hand falls to his side, feather light and delicate. We're all the same, right? We come here because we're doing what we can. In a sense, yeah. I get the feeling that our conversation is going to devolve by the second. What do you think? I think that I'm very lucky to have found you. All the people it could have been, it was you who sat next to me. Yeah. I will always be grateful for that fact. The stars align beautifully, and even now, they are so pretty. Shimmering. For some reason, his confession leaves me a little emotional. There's no stars up there. It's just the ceiling. Don't be silly. The stars are right there. He insists. When I settle back to look up at the rocky ceiling, I still see no stars. Not even that many glowworms. Only a barrier that cuts us off from the rest of the world, rigid and suffocating. Where I see a prison, he sees freedom. A few minutes pass in complete silence as he traces shapes into the air, following the pattern of the cracks in the ceiling. I trust you. I trust you so much. Why? Because it's you. Still doesn't explain it. It's fine if you don't understand. He leans against me, and when his breathing settles into a slow, steady rhythm, I gently wrap him in my arms. Thank you. No! Out of nowhere! Far too quickly for me to react, two shadows fall over us. Hello? Bodyguard too? Run out of steam, have we? What a terrible hiding spot. I'm expecting to feel the familiar sense of dread curdling in the pit of my stomach. But it's not alone. This time, I'm distinctly annoyed. So stubborn. Their figures loom above us, cornering us against the alley wall. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to tell you. You'll have to excuse us if we cut this conversation short. The young master needs to leave. Indeed. Please come quickly. This is quietly. Fuck off, bruh. We're chilling. I feel Francesco's hand gently reaching for my shoulder. He's shaking, uncertain. I'm so dizzy. What have you done to him? Nothing! Young master, please come with us. You need urgent medical attention. He's fine. You guys are like overreacting. It's hard to stop the panic from overwhelming him. Me. He's fine. It's just a little honeyhead. He'll be okay. Well, we might be unfamiliar with honeyhead, but we can make an educated guess as to what it is. This is my final warning. Hand him over or we'll resort to brute force. Can you guys like fuck off? There's no warning when the one of the guards when one of the guards, yeah, lunges towards me and knocks his elbow straight in my face. Oh, chest, whoopsies. All the air leaves me as I crumble to the ground, wheezing. Black shapes color my vision. They were never going to give me any time to prepare, it seems. The second guard kicks my mask hard. A crunching echoes in my ears as pain blooms in my nose. Fuck! I curl in on myself, barely covering my weak spots. But it doesn't take long for another kick to land in my arms. Then my gut. Blow after blow, he breaks me down. My resistance leaves me at some points while I watch the other guard take Francesco away. The second one follows not too long after that. It's hard to tell where they're going. My ears are ringing. With shaky hands, I lift my mask to spit the tooth that came loose onto the pavement. Copper fills my mouth. I can still hear his voice. Francesco! My death is not certain. It'll leave me within an inch of my life. It could have just offed me. Why? I don't have the strength to get up and off the pavement by myself. Instead, I must wait for a passerby to take pity on me. The sound of footsteps halts beside me. What a terrible mess you've gotten yourself into. Who is that? Let's get you inside. Is it Cyrus? Who knows? Maybe there still is a chance. Maybe I'll live. The thought echoes hollowly in my mind. Bad end? You were left to grovel? Bro, okay, behind the church is not the right choice. The bridge is. Jesus! I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sentimental old fool, but I've become fond of the bridge. His face lights up. I thought they knew where that was. So we weren't supposed to pick the church. You're not a fool. It's our special place, isn't it? It absolutely is. I only picked it because I thought that they knew where it was. It absolutely is. Sorry. As we approach, the lanterns illuminate the inky black water with their ruby glow. The bridge is blissfully quiet as always. I exhale in relief. We'll be comfortable here. Okay. There we go. So we get that. I don't want to change it. Because I like the way it was. Got it! Something in the air feels heavier. Suddenly, he hesitates to touch. Oh, he hesitates a touch. I move my hand over to cover his. You told me your illness would lead to your death. You place a lot of faith in me, and I want to show you just how much I trust you. So I'm happy to tell you more now. Amidst the emotions swirling through us, thick and suffocating, I noticed the slightest hint of color tinge in hints of color tinge his cheek, sorry. I give his hand a measured squeeze. This is really important to him. Yes! Finally, he smiles. I can relate to your fate. Wait, what? Because in exactly 13 days from now, 13, I'm scheduled to be offered up as a sacrifice to the solar god. Oh. The revelation knocks the wind out of me. It was so obvious in hindsight. Was it? Nonetheless, I struggle to find an answer. But don't worry. You don't have to worry. Not even a little bit. His selflessness almost feels like a punch to the face. I'll help you find the lunar ichor, and I will purchase it for you. Mark my words. You can't afford that. With all my savings, I can. How much savings? How much savings you have? His sudden calm is staggering. It's almost as though he's only just accepted his fate. and I'm watching the shackles tighten without resistance on his part. My chest hurts. Yeah. Isn't this what I wanted? Who said that? But I feel so helpless. So utterly disgusted with myself. Why does this need to come at the cost of someone's life? Bro, why? Why in the world would you offer yourself up? Because it'll ensure my family is safe. It is a tradition celebrated every 10 years. I will have protected their values and mine. They will always be cherished and taken care of, even in old age. Our God will favor us. Our church has an important teaching about sacrifice and its necessity to maintain order in our world. This is very important to me. I hate that. I hate that though. How? You heard me. I realized my initial question came out a little too blunt. You don't need to answer that. But I want to know how they're going to sacrifice you. His shoulders slump. Well, I don't know. The process isn't shown to the public. And you're fine with that. Oh yes. He says it as though it were an afterthought. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Just like... what? Oh, just like that? Yes. He doesn't budge no matter how I prod. Sorry. That's terrible. It's worse than terrible, actually. You're young, ambitious, and you have your whole life ahead of you. I don't understand how a civilization can sustain itself that way. No, you don't understand. It's because of my value that this makes sense. They're sacrificing you because you're a high-value person? Yes, that's the way it works. End the conversation, I guess. A churning cold feeling settles deep in my gut. Here I am, fighting to stay alive with everything I have, and here is someone who is completely fine with dying willingly. This is baffling. I have no words. I'm sorry I kept it from you. But you have to understand that I was not ready to share this with you. As he says this, he leans further into me. His cheek feels warm against my shoulder. Yeah. I do. We sit quietly in a silence so deafening, my ears start ringing with an echo of tinnitus. The feeling of powerlessness returns now. The guilt, sharp and suffocating, twists and churns inside me. It's so heavy. But it was his choice to die all along. That is not my weight to carry. My grip tightens on my arms. I don't want him to die. Yeah, me neither. I could have got that earlier. Hey. I stand up, eager to think of something else. Let's walk. We need to keep moving. Yes, you're right. We should. The air is still heavy with the weight of his confession. Sorry. What will I do now? I don't know. The scenery around us changes with each turn we take. There is no rhythm or reason to the paths we pick. Only a vague restlessness that we try to shake off. When two silhouettes stand in our way, I know then that said restlessness was justified. It really is about time we stop this. You are so goddamn stubborn. Well, thank you for the compliment. We do take pride in our work. Young master, they close in on us. Please, I can't go back yet. Can we not make a compromise? No! I'm afraid our goodwill is all used up. You should have thought about compromise earlier on, young master. You have to understand we're trying to do our job. You've been straying from your job descriptions. All you were supposed to do is keep me safe until my return to the surface. Ah! So eloping with a total stranger isn't dangerous? Mateo. I make my own decisions. The guard stills, clearly using what I assume to be his real name. Was a low blow. We've done it now. Then he takes another step. We're bringing you home. Now. Francesco tries making a run for it, but the first guard easily catches him, while all I can do is watch. Feet rooting to the it says feet. Feet rooted to the ground. In that moment, I swallow thickly. We can't keep running. Fight them or stay calm. Oh, we can totally beat the fuck out of these niggas. No, probably not. Breathe. It's hard to, actually. My hands are shaking with adrenaline. I so badly want to do something as the guards grab Francesco with increasing force. When they see he refuses to move. Don't. Stop. Breathing. If I provoke them, they won't hesitate to remove me for good. His scream is blood-curdling when he sees my lack of movement. Even as they begin to drag him away, I know he feels utterly betrayed. I can't say anything. Please don't leave me. I know I'm about to die if oh my god. My heart wrenches in its cavity, beating with restless fury. I watch the silhouette slowly turn away, then head in the direction of the cave leading to the gates. Am I supposed to actually fight them? His screams resonate harshly against the cavern walls, piercing my eardrums. I need to give up. Why did it say give up? My mouse, you guys can't see it. You can't see my mouse, but it literally swiped to give up. I'm not doing that. They're giving me the choice. I'm gonna follow them. There never was an alternative here, I realized, as my footsteps carry me in the same direction they disappeared in. I can't do this without him. I'm not sure what that means right now. But I make sure to ditch any other unnecessary thoughts in favor of maintaining a reasonable, stealthy distance from them. Nothing else matters. I feel the way a hunter might, stalking with palpable intent, deathly quiet, perfectly focused. They'll never take him away from me. My blood simmers quietly. I'll follow him to the ends of the fucking world. As I think that, I finally push past the gates. Clear air fills my lungs. I'll let the sunshine spill onto my skin. Chapter 2! Good end! You'll go to hell and back. To be continued. Let's put that right there. Perfect. Guys, that was the perfect, I think that was the good ending. That's like the perfect ending you could possibly get. Whoever does Cyrus, Toby? Is that Toby? You're doing a hell of a good job. I don't know if they're gonna release all the chapter 3s together, but I'd rather wait for each one. Alright. Attend a party without Oleander. I don't know how that has anything to do with Francesco's new route. So we got our CG gallery, guys. What is this? Oh yeah. This shit was crazy. I can't believe he even wanted to do this. This is all like, I don't even know which one to pick. Wait, what? Bro, I missed something. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna get all the other endings on my own time, right? And by own time, I mean right after I'm done recording. This was great. Okay, but that was really good. Francesco is like, he's a good one, you know? But I did miss some pictures. Very upsetting. But either way, to wrap everything up, this was great. As per usual, I look forward to everybody's last chapters. very enjoyable. That guy, he's cute as hell. Like, and that was a crazy like starter. That whole like suspension thing. Oh my gosh, I learned something new. You learn something new every day. If you guys enjoyed this Francesco's chapter 2, a like would be very much appreciated, and of course subscribe for more. I follow them, and you know, I think I get emailed. Oh no, I think I just follow them on Twitter, so I always know when something new is coming out. So you guys don't have to tell me. I already know. So I'll know in the next chapter for, well, the last chapter for Cyrus comes out, because I think they're gonna do that again and do Cyrus first and then Kira, like the way they did it for chapter 2. So yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.